What's going on out there? Welcome all to the NSRL Awards Banquet. I am Jimmy Barr. I am here with the other two terribles, the Turn 2 terribles, Josh Aaron and Chris Lynn. We are here to hand out some roses to all of you sons of bitches that run the NSRL league night in, night out this past year. It's been a hell of a season, boys, hasn't it?
It's going to be a good night. It's going to be a fun night. It's been a hell of a run.
We're going to give some roses. We're going to take those roses and shove them up some people's asses. That's what we're going to do tonight. Chris went from driver to race control, back to driver. And he was horrible at all of it. Good job, Chris. You.
Fact. I got the shirt, though. It's pretty cool.
Got the NSRL merch on over there.
Someday I might be good at something.
I went a little more pinky up than an NSRL shirt. I went out and bought a 3-piece suit. As you can see, I take this shit seriously, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? All right? You know. And you got Josh with, I think, is the pin of the year. But some of you people thought it was different. We're going to get to those in a little bit. Let's just, before we start going into things, what did you guys think of this past season? Let's start with trucks. Truck season was an abbreviated season. First inaugural season. You know, we're gonna bring Justin Diltz here in a second, who was running that series, and you know, it was a fun season. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
I think it was a good season. Trucks was really good all year, honestly. I mean, there wasn't a lot of really bad races in trucks. And a lot of, there's a lot of fast guys on different nights too. A couple of people, Landon showed up, so he dominated some.
Because Landon showed up,
But yeah, I mean, there was some really good trucks and some really good racing in that series.
Yeah, I agree. I think it was pretty good. We had to get Chris Lynn out there. Somehow this son of a bitch made the Final Four, but we're gonna
blind squirrels finding that once in a while. But the trucks are great. I mean, clean racing every week, things like that.
True.
Couple incidents here and there, but overall, I think that was phenomenal racing. The drivers there feels a little smaller, but they all were top-notch drivers. So
it was all quality cars. It was all quality trucks out there every week. You had there was a lot of Cup guys in that league, but it was they also brought in some new people that are going to be running Cup this year. So we're going to talk to some of those people here shortly. But first, let's bring in, like I said, the admin of the truck series, Justin Diltz. We don't have a.
There we go.
There we go.
Once he
Justin
turns the camera
Diltz,
back
how
on,
you
he'll
doing,
be
bud?
happier.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, great inaugural season. You have big plans for next season and everything. Just give us your thoughts on how you thought this season went.
Yeah, I know you guys want to touch base on the truck series, I do believe is what the agenda said. Touching base with the truck series, we started that as a league to pull in some people just starting out in D class or on iRacing, or just might be interested in always racing trucks. We ended up with a bunch of league guys like yourselves, and we put on some really good shows. I'm actually looking right now because I know we had at least one track. I'm trying to figure out what it was. That was caution free. We had recruitment races before. First part of the schedule was really, really good. We had some dominant showings, like you said. I heard you touch on that about Landon Lacey showing up and really, just putting a whooping on us, like he does, quite often. I'm not sure if he's here tonight, but I did want to start out too. You guys know me. I don't think too much before I talk. So
Why you're here, bud? Before we go any farther, get that video up. We need to see those muscles. You work out all the damn time. Let's see the muscles.
No. I'm wearing an NSRL shirt for tonight.
No, and the beard.
Can you guys? You guys should be able to see me.
I'm the only one.
We moved you, so you have to change. Yeah. That's what I said. There it is. That's the guy.
Look at that NSRL merch. You can get it over at nationalsimracing.com.
Yeah, check it out. Yeah, check it out. But yeah, that's so I thought about a little bit about what I was gonna say tonight, which is difficult, like I said, for me because usually I don't do that, like these guys know, because we do spend a lot of time together. That's what made the truck. I think the truck series. If we got anything out of it, it made our Cup series so much better as well. Just because we spent a lot more time on track
Agreed.
together, around each other, seeing how we react to people being assholes to each other and racing like dickheads. I
I
mean,
don't know who you're talking about. Is he here or is he at a Breaking Benjamin concert? I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, well I thought
Instead of breaking cars, he's breaking Benjamin this weekend or tonight, I should say.
yeah, it was funny because I was kind of my girlfriend wanted to go to that. She didn't say no.
Oh,
So
Oh, you could have punched him right in the face in person. Damn.
no, I'm still planning to come to Port Royal, so I don't want to I don't want
yeah.
to mess up those plans that I already have for that. But so yeah, as far as the truck league, so this year going in, I know we're going to talk later about next year, but this year is like what happened this year was a lot of good racing between a lot of people that we raced together with in Cup. And like I said, I think it progressed all of us together, everybody that participated in that, and all the people that come in and out too, because we did have some other people that didn't run full time there that, I do have to shout out. Kayla had a really good showing as well in the truck series. A lot of good people, and a lot of people in Cup also that, like myself, got some chances to do, run with others that I might not get the chance to run with because I'm a middle pack runner. I mean, let's be honest, but but I mean, as far as pulling up new people, as far as getting new people, like what we set out to really do for the truck series, I don't think we really pulled too many, people that ran with us in trucks and then was like, oh, we're going to run, also Cup or Xfinity. Now, I could be wrong. If we actually went back and looked, maybe we did actually pull some from there. But there's a lot that I'm excited for this year. And I did want to say, this is actually going to come at the end of this speech now, I guess, because what I did want to say in the beginning is, coming from where we did, not even talking about truck, but just NSRL in general, I want to thank all you guys and everybody in the league in general, our sponsors, our new sponsors, our new affiliates. But Turn Two Terrible, Posse, you guys, I mean, you guys are affiliates of ours, you know what I mean? And a lot of us are from PA, to go with that. But yeah, so and just the friends that I've made through this league and stuff, man. Not only in Pennsylvania, but I've made a lot of Pennsylvania friends here too. People that I probably have, I wouldn't say ran into, but walked by probably down Port Royal a couple of times. You didn't even know who I was.
Right.
But yeah,
Next
so
part for you is next time we will.
that's what I was getting at. So yeah, I know this stuff here. You guys, I really enjoy it, and I enjoy you guys having us on this, no matter what. And this thing you're putting on for the league is even better. I look forward to a lot more of this kind of stuff going forward, because next year, I think with the bond and stuff, I know there's always gonna be racing stuff and competitiveness.
Absolutely.
But whenever it gets down to being friends and you make some kind of relationship, you kind of think about the way you talk to people and the way stuff is handled and stuff like that. Most humans naturally come to that no matter what. Some of them are a little bit more stubborn while it goes, but we come out looking really good at the end of this year. And like I said, I want to thank you guys for doing that and hanging in with us, and the new guys that have joined us and watched all the crazy stuff that has gone on in this, because it is. I mean, and some of us, at times we all hate it, but at the same time, we all love it, man. That's why we're all here. So much love to you guys. Appreciate you having me on. Looking forward to more.
Let's see if a big fan named Kyle Milliken out there. Apparently he's pretty good in that truck. He must remind you still got top 10 if you finish mid pack. So
yeah, that's right.
Good job, man. Yeah. I'll see you there.
Yeah. If you want to talk, we got some good stuff going into next year too. We can make another episode out of it too, coming up if you guys want to sit around. I mean, obviously Kyle I mean, he's a professional driver in some sort, and I mean, I know he had some rough races there, this year, and even he wasn't even there full time, but we're gonna be using him next year, and again, that was a relationship I made, and I know you guys have branched out in all different freaking ways too, which is awesome. Josh, you are racing Xfinity this year, yeah? Tuesday night?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, I'm excited to see that. You had a nice showing last night, man. I was proud of you. You've been looking good. I don't know where you're getting your speed from, but
I totally forgot to mention that Josh was race control for the truck series all season. Did a pretty good job, but he did a pretty good job because he didn't have to do much.
Yeah, I mean, it was the easiest job ever.
It took care of itself most of the time,
Well, let's say, and speaking of which, Dale, are you race control next season?
Yes. Yep. If the interest stays up and we get enough people for next year, I'm gonna go ahead and race control. It's something that I do enjoy doing that. I just kind of like how I think Chris kind of wanted to go back to racing because he saw all the fun everybody was having. He wanted to be out there. So I'm not. I don't. I mean, I know. Well, we appreciate what you dude. We enjoyed. You set the bar for something that's going to be a little bit hard for us. We're already having a little bit difficult time. Speaking of that, anybody that's seeing us likes to watch cars go around in circles for a couple hours, a couple nights a week, let me know.
You don't have to be sober doing it. It's just you can't be blackout. You just have to be able to communicate properly.
Yeah, I mean, just got to be able to comprehend and be able to talk back and understand racing at some point. So, but yeah,
maybe because I don't know how to drive a car.
Wait, what?
I said I don't know how to drive a car. You just need to know how to,
just need to know how to watch it.
Do not EOL Ashton Crowder in your first race. That's a pro tip. Don't do that, especially when he didn't deserve it in any way.
Race control, Ashton Crowder.
Who said
you out of the water, Chris? I'm sorry. I'm busting on Chris a little too much. I'm sorry.
Who said you can't drive a car?
Jimmy.
Me.
Emil.
You? Ryan Newman.
Spiel doesn't count. Spiel's not here, so he doesn't.
What number are you running next year, Jimmy?
I'm running 66.
Oh, what'd you finish?
I'm sorry, 60. Landon's running 66. I'm running 60.
What'd you have last year? What'd you switch your number to?
6.
Why? Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, let's talk about that. Why'd you switch your number, man?
Why did I switch my number?
Yeah,
I needed a number change, and I like the number 6. I like the number 6.
I didn't know if there's a reason or not.
What would the reason be?
That's his lucky number.
I think
for some reason,
Ryan Newman number
when he
6?
puts that number on him, he's impossible to pass.
Oh,
Newman thing.
I don't even associate Ryan Newman that much with the 6 car. I probably.
I just associated you with Ryan Newman, then you changed your number to 6, so I thought maybe it was some kind of gesture towards me because I always called you that because
that's maybe
that works.
That's subconsciously why I did it. I go back with the 6. I go back to Mark Martin. So for me, I mean that's the same car. So
you know my feelings on Mark Martin. It wasn't you. Why do you? Speaking of Mark Martin, why do you have pictures of Mark Martin's 6-pack on your phone, Jimmy Bar?
I don't. Google does.
Oh, yeah. I don't believe that shit.
Have you seen those abs? Come on.
I was kind of jealous. I was jealous.
60, I want to look like that. I'm just saying. Well, Dilts, thank you so much for coming on. Thank you for everything that you do with this league and doing with the truck series. I think you guys are doing big things. Well-ran season by you, and really appreciate everything that you do, man.
I appreciate you guys, and like I said, I do it I want to race around fellas like you guys that want to put on good, fun racing, competitive. I mean, we're competitive across the board, even in the truck series. I mean,
absolutely.
We as racers all handle the trucks a little bit better than the new Cup did, especially the shit we were thrown into this year. But hey, we'll talk again. I do.
We'll be talking about the Cup Series plenty later.
Appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Everybody. Later.
Right, we'll be talking to Justin later. Right now, we're gonna get back into a little bit of the Championship 4 here for the Truck Series, and we already have one of them sitting here with us, and that is, I know I busted your balls, but that is Chris Lynn. talk about your season a little bit because, you got that Daega win. You had to win to get in, and you did it in a crazy way.
Right.
And you had a shot there at Phoenix. That got taken away from you a little bit.
Well,
but
yeah, but I mean, that aside, the season was good. Obviously getting back out there, spending a lot of time not racing asphalt between race controlling the Cup League, and then everything else we ran was the Poxy League on Tuesdays. It was good. I think there's a lot that I learned throughout the year on how to, manage your race, manage your racecraft, and things like that. Was never the fastest truck out there. A lot of bad luck throughout the year. A couple bad races. You got wrecked a couple times. It's gonna happen.
and like Tyler Isley said, then Smeel put the plow down.
Yeah.
Hey,
Plows there or not.
I'll say this about the truck league. To make it to the championship 4 is still a hell of a feat with the
Absolutely.
people running in there.
Yeah.
It was a hell of a league, and that's a hard thing to do is make that 4.
How the
Yeah, I
season?
mean-
Yeah.
I was rough. Look before Talladega. I think my best race before then. Icy would know. We were broadcasting. I think way back at Charlotte. Was kind of top 5 most of the night. Up there till stage 3, and kind of gave it away. And never. The rest of the year was kind of hanging into the top 10. Back of the field. Just bad luck. Consistent. Grinding points out. But never that raw speed. So that's the focus moving forward, is get some of that raw speed to kind of be ahead of some of that stuff that happens, or track position to get you kind of set back. That it's hard to overcome, especially in a league like you all said, this tough. If you're starting 10th every week or 8th every week, and you have a long run car, you may not get that. And by the time you do, we saw at Phoenix, by the time I got any kind of speed or was comfortable enough to build speed, I was 6 seconds back. Right, so that's not good enough. So we'll get better moving forward.
Awesome, man. It was a great season by you. Your truck series 4th place finisher, Christopher Lynn. We're gonna give him a golf clap. Everybody, give him a clap. Round of applause right here. Awesome season by you. Congratulations.
So friendly around here these days.
We're gonna bring in our 3rd place finisher here, Mr. Jaden Bingaman. Truck series NSRL complete rookie, coming on in to the truck series and really putting a stamp on the league. Jaden Bingaman, here he is. Our 3rd place finisher in the truck series, ran well all year. How many wins did you have this year, Jaden? He's coming. Oh, look at that shirt.
What's up,
Look
boys?
at that shirt. What's up?
Nothing much.
How you finished 3rd place this year, bud?
Yeah.
You were fast all season. You were probably the fastest truck in that championship race. Had some things that went away from you there, and you maybe didn't have as good of a long run car. Let's talk about your season in general. Your first your rookie season in NSRL in any capacity. You
Right.
definitely showed some speed. You showed up and you put a stamp on this series as soon as you walked in.
I mean, I wouldn't say necessarily right away I made a stamp. I did struggle right away in the first couple of races. And the minute I started getting things down, racing around everybody, it just went smoothly, and I started picking up win after win. Kayla and Landon, man, they're a whole different animal, and I can't wait to compete with them next year for sure.
Yeah, so you're taking the step up to Cup next year. You'll be running a Posse affiliated car. And how do you feel about that? How do you feel about going into the next Cup season?
Anxious a little bit, but I think I'm ready for it, and
I think you're ready for it as well.
ready to do it with the boys I have myself surrounded with, so it'll be fun.
Yes, to say that because 2 of them are in here.
I'm personally excited to see you out there. I thought you were super impressive in the truck series. Like, we didn't know when you were coming in. We knew you were fast, man, but we didn't know how good you were really on asphalt. And then, did you got a couple wins in the truck series? Am I correct?
Yeah, I got either 3 or 4. I think I had 2 in the playoffs, and then I think 2 in the regular season.
And that's not easy against, as we're going to talk to Kayla and Landon here. Those are 2 hard drivers to beat. No matter what you step in.
Right.
And,
we had our run-ins all season where we got frustrated at each other, but it's just the competitive edge that we all have, and wouldn't want to do it with any other group of people for sure. I mean, some races I had my races where I was out front and I either won or I racked out. It just how it flows. So excited for next year for sure.
Awesome. I can't wait to see you out there. I love the shirt, by the way, bud.
Thank you. I had to pull it out just for Dan Schmiel. FDS.
FDS. Hashtag FDS. Get the
Yes, hashtag FDS in the chat, boys.
There you go.
All right. Thank you, Jaden.
Yeah, see you, boys.
Great season.
Thank you.
We're going to bring in Kayla McCarthy, our runner-up in the championship for the Truck Series. We're figuring it out. Kayla McCarthy, our runner-up in the Truck Series. How are you doing? There she is. Our runner-up in the Truck Series, strong, and she wasn't just strong in the Cup Series; she was very strong in the Cup Series. Fantastic season all around in the NSRL. Kayla, talk a little bit about your Truck Series season. How'd you feel about it?
There was definitely ups and downs and some definitely heartbreaks. I know one that stands out was Bristol and Darlington. Those two were really really big heartbreaks to have such a good long run truck and to be battling for the lead and then take the lead and be, I mean, feet away, from especially Darlington from taking the white flag and wrapping that race up to have a caution come out. But overall, I think we ended up with 4 wins in the season. I think we had back-to-back wins at one point, or back-to-back wins. It was a great season for us. Just fell a little short. And I know Jaden and I had a really great battle there at Phoenix. And at one point, we were running damn near identical lap times, like to the 1,000th. And then again, Landon comes in with his short run speed.
Yep.
I feel like I've gotten robbed so many times this season, in that's part where I know I said I'm retiring from the trucks, so but it kind of makes me want to come back and just get that little bit of redemption, but at the same time, we got a lot going on here at home and I need to focus more on stuff going on here at home. And at one point when I was racing with y'all, I was racing 6 nights a week, Monday through Saturday. So
it becomes a lot.
It really does. It really does. And I make sure every interview I get that I thank my wife, first and foremost, because of the amount of time that goes into this and testing and just fine tuning and everything. I mean, y'all know just as much as I do. And without her support, without her, in my ear telling me to be humble and to take what I can get, I don't know that any of this would have been possible, to be honest. But it was a fun season. I know you and I had a bunch of good battles there at one point, Jimmy. And same with Josh, and Chris. A lot of great moments this season. I kind of kicking myself in the butt that I missed the first 2 races, but
hey, you didn't need them.
yeah, I mean, I'm sure some of y'all were like, "Damn!" Like
a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, even at like you were saying, me and you had good battles. But you passed me at Bristol Dirt, which I mean, I'm not saying I'm like the best dirt racer or anything, but I feel like that's in my wheelhouse. And I'm like, and you're one that was like, I'm gonna suck here, and then there you are, just blowing past, just doing Kayla things. And no matter, because I've seen you run ARCA and other series. You obviously in Cup all season, in Truck, you are just strong in whatever you get into. So it definitely, runner up is definitely nothing to hang your head on. I mean, you're strong in everything that you run in, for sure. So
yeah, it always sucks being the first loser. I mean, in anything you do, whether it's racing, whether it's soccer, basketball, like it doesn't matter if
Right.
you're not the one to try and score that game-winning touchdown or game-winning basket or whatever it is, you're kind of hanging your head held a little lower.
Yeah.
But
Just because you're so close.
Exactly. I think that's what hurts for all of us for the most is knowing that you were just that close.
Yeah.
What if what if, you would pick up the throttle a little bit quicker? What if, a caution wouldn't come out? What if-
Maybe it
I
doesn't
mean,
hit you and not give you a chance to find out. You know.
and you bring up the Bristol dirt thing, and I'm sure at one point you're going to talk to Isley, and we all know how Isley and his tangents go. At Bristol dirt, I was legit throwing an Isley tangent. I mean, I
You were
was
fast. You were fast. Like it was. I'm just
I
like this motherfucker. He's like, this is gonna be the worst race I ever had, and it's like, just whatever. But I think he finished fourth. Like
Yeah.
just passing cars. Like
once the track slicked off, I was like, hey, I think I figured something out.
more laps. Once you get more laps on it, and that's something I got to commend you for, because it feels like you get better as the race goes on. You get faster. You figure things out, and it better, almost better than anybody in this league. So cheers to you, and congratulations on your runner-up finish.
Yeah, hell of a season in trucks and cup. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, well, the Cup one stings a little harder than most, but like I said, it is what it is, and we'll I'm just glad that KTS in the Cup Series was able to bring that one home for us, for KTS as a team, for Nitro Racing, Nitro Setup Shops. I wish it would have been all three of us plus one. Hell, it'd been really nice to have, Dylan, Landon, myself, and Susie, and they're all KTS TSM drivers. But Dylan on his 3 wins this season, or 2 wins. Susie on his 8 wins. Landon on his 8 wins in the Cup Series. I mean, just phenomenal stats all around.
Dominant.
Right. Yeah, and it really was just put in that work, and everyone put in the work too. Just for some reason we figured out something a little different. Now I will say, Josh Aaron, at one point you had us scared with your qualifying stuff, man. You'd go up there and put a blazing lap up. I'm like, oh crap, crap.
Well,
that's the bar? Okay.
That was about all it was good for. That was about all it was good for. It was
maybe he's nominated for a Hot Lap Hero. Who knows?
Hey, I mean, I'm not opposed to maybe running a spotlight race or a non-points race next year in the Cup Series or something, just to come in and have fun. But like I said, there's just a lot of stuff going on here at home, and it's good to take a step back and just kind of reevaluate the situation.
Well, great season by you, and we really do. We hope that we see you back next season, whatever capacity. You're great competition. You and your team are the absolute cream of the crop of this league. You guys put the benchmark of where everybody else is trying to get, no matter what the series. So
and made everybody else better. Made the whole league better.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, I'll still be around. I'll still be behind the scenes doing little nitpicking stuff, or helping with different stuff. So yeah, I'll still be around, but it'll just be very limited, and probably for only hour and a half at a time.
Well, whatever we can get, we love having you around. Your runner-up finisher in the Truck Series this year's, ladies and gentlemen, Kayla McCarthy. Give her a round of applause.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you. With that, we're going to bring in our champion, one of the most dominant drivers in the entire league, Landon Lacey. Landon, congratulations on your championship Truck Series. Talk about your season a little bit.
I mean, we started off the season really strong at Richmond, which was really good for me. It's one of my favorite racetracks. So when I found out we were going to be racing there to start off the season, I was really excited. So came out there with a win, but honestly, really from there on, I kind of struggle more in the trucks than I do in the Cup cars, and really, I only won. After that first win in the season, I only won 3 races through the rest of the season, and really
only 3.
But I mean, at the same time, what I'm trying to say is I kind of didn't deserve to win the last 3.
I got it. Okay.
I didn't have the best truck. I had the best short run truck, but I didn't have the best overall truck. And So I think for myself, I had a lot of luck on my side through the season because the cautions at the end of the race would fall at the right
You
time.
make your own luck. You make your own luck,
And-
especially to win 3 races and to win a championship. Yeah, you could say you're lucky, but man, you make your own luck. You got to put yourself in the position.
I mean, that is true. I mean, you have to put yourself in the right position to capitalize on situations. But at the same time, if those situations don't happen, then you don't end up with the win. So I mean, you have to have some sort of luck tied in with that.
That's true. It's true. But I mean, I don't think there's anybody. I think a lot of us thought maybe Landon or Jaden had the best truck in the Phoenix race, but I think the most consistent overall all season was definitely it's a well-earned championship. All it does is take one mistake. Sometimes you got to be perfect to be a champion, and you're just as you were the most perfect. You were the closest to perfect all season. So I gotta really tip the cap to you. You did a great job. You definitely are making everybody else in the league better by trying to strive to be as good as you. Because it wasn't just here in the Truck Series. You were just as dominant in the Cup Series, and we're looking forward to having you next season in the Cup Series. A little spoiler alert. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, sadly, on the Cup Series side, didn't start early enough in the season, so I didn't qualify for the playoffs. But man, I bet you some of those guys were happy that I couldn't qualify for the playoffs. With, the amount of wins that the team was able to rack up pretty quickly. But man, I'm looking forward to next season and trying to not only mimic this season, but even do better next season.
Well, I mean, if you do better next season, you're going to be really putting us a lot in the but no, I hope to see it because you've been fantastic all season. It's a well-earned championship, and also why we have you here. We're going to get into the awards for the Truck Series. We had some awards up. It was all driver voted, pretty much, and you are also the Truck Series most popular driver. Let's give him a round of applause.
There it is.
That's our guy right there. Most popular driver in the Truck Series. I mean, you ran away with it, by the way. We receiving votes was you with 6 votes. We also had Chris with 2. Good job, Chris. And David Spiegel got himself 1, probably by himself. So. But Landon, you were the unanimous most popular driver. So, it's not just that. Oh, Aiden Beerline also received a vote for some reason. I don't even think he ran a
He
truck.
probably voted for himself too.
He probably did. But like I said, nobody's thinking that you were not deserving of this championship. Everybody recognizes the talent that you have, and you also are very willing to help anybody else out that wants to help.
I was gonna say it just says a lot about Landon to go out and just absolutely dominate, but still be the most popular. Everybody hates losing, but I mean, Landon's just a good dude and helped everybody out.
Yeah, usually the most popular driver is the guy that wins the most races, but here you are.
Well, I mean, it's nice to be, not only seen as, somebody that people look up to from my teammates, but also see it from everybody else that's out there on the racetrack with me. I mean, we battle hard week in and week out with each other, sometimes, slamming doors with each other and getting on each other's nerves, but man, at the end of the day, we're all just a big group of friends who, look out for each other when we're not on the racetrack, and it's basically just one big family. And when anybody needs help, we help them out. So, and, that's what I like about about you guys. And man, it's fun. It's fun being, one of the fast guys out there. But man, it's a lot more fun having 3 or 4 or 5 more others fast guys out there. And that's my goal. I like helping, guys that tend to struggle a little bit. Maybe run mid pack, but man, they have front pack, material. And if I can just help them out that much more and help them get, better with understanding, what this adjustment does, or run this corner this way, or maybe not use a little bit more brake there. If I can get those guys running up there with us, I mean, that just makes the racing a lot better. It makes it more interesting. Having 2 or 3 guys every week, just winning races. I mean, you got 20 other guys in the league, that would like to, come in and win and actually feel like they're, belong. And if I can help those guys get there, then yeah, it makes me feel better.
It's very much appreciated, and not just that. I mean, nobody likes, like you said, like if you have more people that are out there competitive that can go out there win, it just makes the racing better. It makes everybody better, and that's one thing that this league tries to promote, I think, and you are the leader in that, 100%. So, congratulations on your championship. Congratulations on your most popular driver. You have been one of the cream of the crop for NSRL all season. So, thank you. Thank you for everything that you do, and great season. Great season. Greg, can't wait for next year.
Yes, sir. I can't wait for next season, man. I'm looking forward to it.
And as we get into more awards here, I'm sure we'll be talking to you a little bit more. Actually, before you go, we're going to hold you on the line because we do have another award, the next award up for the Truck Series. It was a 3-way tie, and 2 of them are in here. How about that? Best Paint Scheme Award was a 3-way tie. We had 3 votes apiece between Landon Lacey, myself, and Ryan Chapman. Ryan will bring you in here in a minute. But congratulations, Landon. We're co-awards. I can't believe I won any award here, let alone a team award that I did. But
I still think it should be the John Deere one because you were an absolute tractor that night.
Oh, okay, bud. Okay. I didn't even finish that race, I don't think.
Yeah, the best.
Don't you like it when the paint matches the driving?
Right.
I do want. Listen, if I'm going to take a second to give an acceptance speech, not even for the best paint scheme in trucks, my paint scheme in Cup was fire. Thanks to this man right here, Landon Lacey. He made my paint scheme. It was fucking off the chain. I appreciate you for that.
So why did he make your number 6? He have something against Dilts? Is that what it is?
No, I wanted the number 6. The number 6 was partially because of Larson, because he used the Larson 6. But in the trucks, I was running anything, and I gotta give a shouts out to Briggs Swope, who made the logos for DraftKings that also made it pop off, the truck, and then also, of course, our boy Jeremy Zarfos with Jeremy Zarfos Photography. The logos make the paint scheme, man. I don't care what anybody says. So I appreciate everybody who voted for me, and Landon, congratulations on being a co-winner of the paint scheme.
Yes, sir. Thank you. By the way, don't let Jimmy lie to you. He totally came to me because Dilts kept calling him Ryan Newman, looking for the 6.
I knew it.
Don't let him lie to you.
The truth.
That's why he's the most popular.
I'm trying to keep that under wraps, but okay.
That's why he's the most popular. He tells the truth.
But no, a lot of people give me props for, how I drive, setups. Not many guys, other than you guys know that I actually do paints. I really like doing them. I don't have many opportunities other than making mine or, one of you guys request one, I paint one every now and then, but I really like doing it, and it kind of sucks that I don't, I don't really charge for paints either, so it kind of sucks I don't have any more business, but
hey, get at them. If you need a paint scheme for next season, get at Landon Lacey.
You can look us up at Competition Designs on Facebook.
Awesome.
You're looking to be your best customer.
Well, thank you, Landon. Great season. I'm sure we'll be talking to you a little bit later, but our Truck Series champion, our most popular driver, and our co-winner of the Paint Scheme Award, Landon Lacey. Everybody give it up.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys very much.
Congrats.
Let's bring in Ryan Chapman real quick, who's also the co-winner of this Paint Scheme Award. Ryan Chapman, how are you?
I'm doing well, Jimmy. How about you?
Fantastic over here. Congratulations on winning the Paint Scheme Award here,
Thanks.
co-champion here. I gotta say, I think you should have won it hands down. I think Landon does great work on his own truck, and mine were okay, but yours, man, yours was fire all season.
Yep, I agree. I was in a race with you last night in the Xfinity, and I was like, holy shit, that's a clean looking car, and it was yours. So every series you run in, you've got some clean looking cars.
I gotta say, I got a surprise coming for Cup though next year. I got a good one coming, so we'll see how that one goes. But I appreciate it. I mean, I gotta give it to Warrior Raps and Kenny over there. Kenny does a great job, and just gotta give it all to him, man. Just gave him the color scheme, and he came up with the design. So,
Could we find him anywhere online to try to commission him for a paint?
yeah, you can go to Warrior Raps on Facebook, or you can message him on Facebook. You can go by Kenny, but yeah, Warrior Raps, man. That's the place I went, and he did my Cup car. So you'll see that in the next week or so.
Awesome. Well, Ryan Chapman, thank you very much for coming out, running all season. What's your plans for next season? Are you running with NSRL?
Yeah, I'm running with NSRL. I'm running full-time in the Cup for Elevated Motorsports, full-time in Xfinity for Elevated Motorsports.
Double
and
duty.
You got
and
any
if we're
truck
doing-
plan?
Yep, and if we're doing truck, I'm running full-time in trucks. So.
Damn, that's full triple. That's the
Yep.
triple. Hit the bell, triple. Bing, bing, bing.
all elevated, man. We're gonna try to grab some this next coming season because we had a good run in this truck series last season. But I expect better, and we'll see what happens.
Awesome, man. Give it up for Ryan Chapman, your co-winner of the Best Paint Scheme Award. We're going to get into a final award for the truck series, and then we're going to take a quick break. This was called the Yellow Flag Award. And this is for the driver who we all thought was going to be the most likely to cause the first caution. We had our nominees for this were Ryan Chapman, Alex Robinson, Ryan Broderick, Justin Diltz, David Smeal. Those were all that received votes. The winner at the end of the day, and we already have them up on the screen here, and we're going to bring them in here to accept this award. By a landslide. 80% of the votes, Mr. David Smeal. David, how do you feel about winning this award, the Yellow Flag Award?
You know, my favorite color is yellow. There's nothing I dislike about the color yellow. You know, I cause yellow flags. I get caught up in yellow flags. Anything I can do to be part of a yellow flag is a goal of mine when I wake up in the morning. I think about it at lunchtime. I think about when I'm eating my Domino's pizza. I wish they would change the box to yellow. They haven't yet. They won't reply to my tweets. You know, I love everything about the color yellow. So thank you very much for this.
Well, hey, I mean, you deserved it. I mean, you
earned every vote.
You earned every vote that you got from the rest of the drivers, and I thought you were breaking bread with Benjamin or whatever tonight.
No, he actually is wearing a yellow shirt. I'm here right now. You can't hear it. They're on a break. He's wearing a yellow shirt. I couldn't believe it. I'm the happiest person alive right now. I mean, I couldn't be happier. Thank you for everybody who participated in my yellow flags. You know, I need to thank my sponsors. I actually have a yellow paint scheme for next year. I don't know if it's approved by the team or not, but that's a goal of mine.
Oh, it's already approved. Don't worry about it.
For sure.
You don't have a choice, because frankly, if you don't approve, you're just going to hit us anyway, so you might as well just run it, right?
Charlotte for painting some of the walls yellow at times. Goodyear for the yellow sidewalls. You know, anything that involves the color yellow, I'm here for it.
Well, definitely a well-earned award. But yeah, you can go fuck off now.
Thank you very much, everybody.
I'm sure we'll be talking to you.
Sometimes.
I'm sorry. That
In
was,
the holler.
that was too good. That was
We'll be talking to you sometime in the holler. Probably.
We'll probably talk to you in the holler. All right. That's going to do it for the Truck Series Awards. We're going to take a quick little break here, let everybody refill up, take a little bathroom break real quick. We'll be back in about 2 minutes here, and we'll get into the Cup Series where we'll talk up to the championship for who is here and then give out some more awards. Thanks for watching. This is the NSRL Banquet. Welcome back, everyone. We are back. We're going to get into the NSRL Cup Series. This series ran a full 36 race schedule. It's been a long, grueling season. And it was just a great season overall. This is how I got into the league. It was how we all met, was this Cup Series, to be honest. We would not be sitting here right now, you guys watching us, if it wasn't for this series. So right now we're going to bring in the admin of the series, the owner of the league, Mr. Mark Sikosi. Also a Championship 4 participant, but we're going to talk a little bit about the league first. Mark, how you doing? Oh, Mark's not here yet. There
There he is.
There he is. Mr. Mark Sikosi, how are you?
What's going on? Not too bad.
Give us a little bit of your thoughts of the league this year, as being the league administrator, overseeing the Cup Series and the entire league. Give us your thoughts, your pros, your cons, the good, the bad, all of it.
First of all, I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. 2021-22 season was the first season as NSRL since the rebranding, and I think overall it was a success. This Cup cars put on some great racing, and it's only gotten better since bringing out the new package. We gained a lot of new people throughout the season, and we saw a lot of changes. We had some NASCAR pros make appearances,
Absolutely.
like Stephen Light, Ty Gibbs,
Hit him with it.
Brennan Poole,
Boom.
Quinn Houff on the Boxford Pool,
Boom.
and then of course our commentator and new race control, former Coca-Cola Series pro driver Ashton Crowder, who
That's
was
out Ashton Crowder.
7 for 7 as a driver in the
Yeah.
Cup Series.
Unreal. That dude is unreal.
Yeah. We had 13 different winners, 15 pole sitters.
That's what the ESPN stats right.
Yes, 6 of those winners and the race winners and 8 of the pole sitters earned their way into the playoffs. So congratulations to all those drivers.
Absolutely.
Congratulations to our 2021-22 Cup Series champion who isn't here tonight, Josh Susi. Capped off the season with 7 wins, 24 top 5s, 27 top 10s, and led for 1,487 laps.
That's fucking dominant. He would have won no matter the playoff format.
Top 5 percentage is like 63%, 71 for the top 10. That's crazy.
Moment of silence for him not being here tonight. It's unfortunate. Pour one out for the homie.
Yep.
And yeah, sorry, Mark.
Mark, along the way, there was a lot of changes and a lot. I mean, being, I got to be kind of on the admin staff for some of it and a lot of it, and there was a lot of ups and downs and a lot of maneuvering and, kind of figuring out a way to make the league work for everybody. But I think at the end, I think, there's a lot of people in here. Everybody's happy with where it turned out, but just getting it there, I can speak for everybody. We appreciate it because we know it was a lot of work.
Yep.
Yeah, we made a lot of changes throughout the season, a lot of rule changes. We had drivers come and go. I think at one point we were up to 30 drivers. Some stay, some don't stay. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen this season too. I think we have a more solid base going into this next season. I think we're starting off about 30 signed up so far. Hopefully we get a little more before we get to Daytona. But yeah, should be a good season. I don't want to go too much into next season. I'll save it for later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. I gotta commend everything that you've done this season. I do think there was some, there's some tough times, I guess, but I think overall it was all enjoyable racing. You're not gonna get that level of racing many other places, and an admin staff that's so receptive, and a group of people that, while we have our issues, can hash them out and get to the next week. It's fun. I got to say, I really enjoyed it. I'm glad that I've been accepted to this league. I'm happy to be here. Like I said, we would not be without this league and everything. So thank you for all you guys do. I know the admin staff here really does put in a lot of work and a lot of time and energy. And, it's not always going to make people happy. And then when people aren't happy, you guys really try to bend over backwards really to make us all happy. So it's much appreciated because that's the sign of a good league there, I think, in my opinion. So
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
You find guys like Chris Lynn who ruin the race control business
right.
forever.
The boss is here. I can't say anything. I don't want to get fined.
Outside of being the administrator of the league, you were also in the championship of the Cup Series. So talk about your season there a little bit. I mean, you won a couple of races. You were up there every week. Just talk about it. How do you feel about the new car and how this season ran?
We started off a little rough. Right at Daytona, we had a really good car. We were into some issues. Somebody ran me over on under a yellow flag, and it just trickled down from there. And
just skip Daytona beyond that.
Yeah. The season was after that. I mean, the first third of the season, it was very rough for me.
Yeah.
Getting caught up with a lot of new guys out there. They were Everybody was still trying to learn the car, and
Yeah, I was just gonna
there were
say,
a lot of wrecks, and
everybody
caught
was
up.
still learning the car. Everybody was still, it doesn't matter what type of level of experience you had. The next gen car was something for everybody to grasp. And that was really, you guys went live with the league right as next gen went live with. Or I'm sorry, no, when next gen went live on iRace.
Yeah. We waited on bringing the car to our Cup series. We were previously running the older Gen 6 car, the Chevy SS and the Ford Fusions, and we were struggling for attendance, and we got different people show up every week, so nobody's really running for a championship. And Dilts came to me and wanted to work with me, and he knew the idea, the vision I had for the league, and we decided to switch over to the next gen car. A little late. I wish we would have done it earlier, but I got talked out of it. But I'm glad we did it.
Too late. I don't think so. You were one of the
Well,
first. For me, you were one of the first next gen leagues out there that was starting a season. So
yeah, I mean, we were still fairly early. I mean, we did it before, the iRacing started running them on the officials, but compared to some of these other guys, I mean, their leagues were filling up overnight. The night it came out, people were filling these leagues up within a day because people were so excited to run them, try them out. But I'm kind of glad we waited because they got better as we went on.
for sure.
But yeah, we're running those the older Gen 6, and we rebranded. We were old school league, and we can't really be an old school league when we're going new school, other than mentality. But we changed the name, and we got ready in less than 2 weeks and started a new series up, and it took off from there.
Well, you guys did a great job with it because I would have never have known
Yep.
that you guys were old school. To be
Yep.
honest, you guys, you guys did a great job.
Yep.
Great season. We're gonna keep you in here. We're also gonna bring in the second place finisher of the NSRL Cup Series, Mr. Tyler Isley. Let's bring him in here. Tyler Isley, second place finisher of the Cup Series. Great to see you. Talk to us about your season a little bit.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know if this is working now. I guess it is.
Oh, we got you. We got
there. There he is.
There he is. There's the man himself.
Yeah, I don't know. It got off to a real good start. My first race here was, I guess, Daytona. I didn't even get a run the Clash or anything like that, and it was good to have good teammates there. Ended up getting the win and didn't really have to worry about anything else from there because we were locked in. And from there, it was just about moving on and making things happen the best we could. Obviously, had a lot of struggles from the middle part of the season on, especially the regular season. We just couldn't keep the car under me. I was either involved in wrecks or spinning out myself and couldn't figure it out. And then that all started really after the Charlotte race, and even during the Charlotte race, I got wrecked. And luckily, at that point, we still had quick repairs, and I was able to get back and win the race. And then the playoffs hit, and thankfully caught some sort of fire and some momentum, and got myself into the championship 4. And just fortunate enough, things fell the way they did to come home second.
Yeah, but well earned. I mean, you were definitely one of the top 5 strongest cars all season. Even regardless of your struggles that you feel like you had, I think deserving of being in the championship 4 and definitely a contender to win it. Just you got better, and you both have mentioned it now at this point. Since the next gen car has changed a lot since we first started the season. I mean, at 1.5 mile tracks used to be able to hold this thing wide open and run it like Daytona. Yeah. But now, there's a lot more off throttle time and everything, and
Right.
Cars have totally changed, and you two especially. There's a reason why you guys are in a championship 4 is because you guys adapted the quickest throughout all the changes and just showed your true driving skill out there, and very deserving of being in this championship 4.
Yeah, after the amount of times I almost showed my ass spinning it off of turn 2 or 4, just glad I was able to not wreck it. as many times I probably should have. So
While we got you guys in here, we're going to talk about the two people that are not with us tonight, unfortunately. But our fourth place finisher in the championship 4, but one of the best drivers all season was Dylan Clark. He was also the road course driver of the year. This was a pretty close category. Not really. I'm totally kidding on that. Out of 15 votes, Dylan Clark received 11 of them. He was one of the most dominant car drivers on the road courses, just in another world. He was great everywhere, but he's very good there. And then Josh Susi, our champion, who's also our intermediate driver of the year, receiving 12 of the votes out of the 15 votes. So those two guys really dominated two forms of the tracks here this year. Got them into the championship 4 by winning a lot of races. And ultimately, Josh Susi ran away with the title. Just one of the most dominant cars. Can you guys give me some thoughts on how it was competing with them in the championship 4?
yeah, I mean, Josh whipped my ass all year, so it was no surprise that he did it again.
He did it to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, it as many times as I finished second to him, or it right there with him. At any point in the season, it was only fitting that he was able to do that at Phoenix and get the job done. Obviously, congrats to both those guys. Dylan was kick ass on the road courses. It was probably one of the best guys I've ever ran against on a road course. Honestly, I thought I was at least pretty decent, and I definitely could hold my own. But when it came to him, there was just nothing I could do. And really, I mean, even Landon had his struggles, and everybody knows how good he is. So Dylan definitely deserves a lot of praise for what he's able to do on road course. And as for Josh, I mean, he's just fast everywhere. He had it figured out from the beginning, and when everything changed, he adjusted. I mean, just as quick, if not quicker, than Segosi and I did. I mean, he had his issues and some wrecks down the stretch that, in any other situation would have probably hurt him, but since he had such a big cushion, it just kind of propelled him further and further throughout the playoffs.
Well, and I said the same thing about Chris, but just to make that top 4, I mean, super impressive. It's incredible. I mean, that was a lot of damn good drivers, a lot of good racing.
Especially in the Cup Series.
Yeah.
Not talked down. I'm not trying to take away anything from the Truck Series, but the Cup Series was so tough.
Yep. There are a lot of kick-ass drivers in the Cup Series.
It's why it's the A class. It's why it's the top class.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough. I went and ran Bristol Dirt for the Truck Series, and had a blast. It was a lot of fun, but I don't think that I would have had near as much fun in a full season of that as I would have with the Cup Series, just being able to run with everybody. And obviously just thankful for everybody I was able to work with this season, especially you, Jimmy, Posse Racing, able to get the team in there at least, and obviously come up short, but now we got a new goal for next season.
Absolutely. Talk about next season a little bit, Isley.
What do you want me to talk about?
We're about to dominate, right? I mean,
I'm hoping, man. I really want to have a better season. I think I threw away probably 3 at least potential wins throughout the season last year, whether it was Auto Club, Chicago, where I wrecked Brennan Poole. So sorry about that. The Atlanta race, I probably could have got. Even Texas. I mean, that's 4 right there off the top of my head. Myrtle Beach, if Mark didn't wreck me. I'm just playing.
But seriously,
there were a lot of races. I felt like
in that race, bro.
There were a lot of races I probably feel like I threw away or made some mistakes and could have done a little better. So there's a new goal for next season for sure. And hopefully I don't require surgery on my elbow, and we'll be there.
Well, let's hope not. I mean, we're counting on you. We just got I think for Posse Racing next year, I really think that we got 2 of the best drivers in the entire league on our team between you and Landon Lake.
Oh, well, I wasn't going to agree with that, but not me, but Landon definitely
for sure.
And Mark, from your side, I mean, you were consistent. You're Mr. Consistency all year, every race.
Well, maybe
For
the
the most
last,
part.
maybe the last half of the
Mark,
season.
but
The last
no,
three.
Mark's like the
two-thirds of the
Kyle
season.
Busch of iRacing because Mark can go out there, be running second or third, just beating the doors off everybody else,
fucking car
and still
sucks.
throwing a fit about what a piece of shit his car is.
That's most
We're gonna
drivers.
get into that. We're gonna get into that.
Oh, we'll get back to
An
that.
award
Yeah,
for that type of shit.
Can't wait for that.
on Mark's side, like every week he'd unload, be ready to go, and he may not have the raw speed, may not have whatever, but it felt like consistency-wise, you could stay where you needed to be when shit went down. You'd be there at the end to maybe pull something off.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah, I try to. I mean, if the car is, if I'm complaining about it that bad at the beginning of the race, I mean, I'm working on that thing all race, trying to get it right and trying to get whatever we can get.
Well, I think that's one of the things you're the strongest too. It's fun watching you race because you really work on it over all race, and where you start out and where you finish, that car is completely different. And you're one of the better ones at really tuning that thing in throughout the race.
Yeah, I feel like we have a little bit of advantage over a lot of the guys in the series with that.
Hey, so Iowa, Lisa, where'd you finish at Iowa at? Were you even there? I don't remember.
I was.
Yeah, he was there.
I was the one that spun like on the last caution or something.
While I was leading.
Well, that's not where I was going to go with it. Well, I was going to go back more with
payback for Myrtle Beach.
Right. So Mark
weren't
wins
winning
Myrtle
Myrtle.
Beach. Mark wins Myrtle Beach. Iowa, I don't think it's a category. It's one of the races of the year. They kind of showcase this. Like Mark got better throughout the race. Icy was up there. You have Ryan Broderick up there, and all hell breaks loose. And David Salter gets his first career win. Crazy, insanity.
Yep.
But I think it kind of encompassed everything that we've been talking about. Where
that was the culmination of what this league is right now.
Right, insanity.
100%.
You have 4 different guys who were on 4 different teams. That I think still at that point, right? Icy, you didn't transition over to Posse yet, and all hell broke loose in the staging. The last 2 minutes of the 2 laps of that race, and that was cool. That was crazy to watch. It was crazy to race control. I think it just speaks to kind of what we were talking about with Mark, how he goes through a race and is just there. He was all over Ryan's ass, and it just that time didn't work out for him. It's crazy. I'm gonna throw that race in there.
That was a good. Yeah.
That was right after we went to a no quick repair.
Yes,
Right.
yeah. I think that was a big change for this league, was changing over to no quick repair. I think that really changed things for the better. You had people thinking about their cars a little bit more, and then if they weren't thinking about their cars a little bit more, they were paying the price.
Yeah, I think
agree.
I think again, for you two to be in the top 4. I mean, the other 2 guys were. I mean, those dudes are pretty incredible. Susie's just absolutely consistent.
Yeah.
And he's fast everywhere. He's consistent everywhere. And then Clark was unbelievable on road courses.
And he was pretty good the whole second half of the season, really.
Yeah, was really good the second half of the season.
Other than his, internet. And
Yeah.
did he ever give you a bucket of talent yet, or
No,
are you still waiting on that?
I didn't get a bucket of talent, but unfortunately,
that's
Clark
fair.
couldn't make it tonight. His internet wasn't working.
Hey, you guys are basically still on the same going to next season.
Yeah.
So, so I want to take this time right now while we have you all here. I'm gonna pour myself a little shot of apple, creamy Crown Royal apple.
What are you making us do
I
here?
think Tyler Isley.
Oh God, man! I knew where that was going as soon as you said, "I'm going to take a minute here."
Here it goes.
Yeah, here.
Well, if we're doing all that,
This
Well, no, hang on,
fantastic season.
what about some Southern Comfort?
Hang on, I got it.
Hey, Chris, what do you got?
Southern Comfort.
Southern Comfort. We're gonna raise our drinks. We're gonna.
If we're gonna,
I think Tyler
Bush.
Isley wants to shotgun a beer.
Bush?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure this is Jeremy
Tyler
Zarco's.
Isley is gonna show us all up by shotgunning a beer. Right?
Yeah, I think so.
Probably. He's got a Sheldon,
Just like how we did all season on the fucking race.
he's got a Sheldon Hodenshield hat. He's got to fucking just send it.
He's got to be the
So-
wild child out here.
Full sin. Balls out, right?
Fucking full send.
And he has a collar, so he's almost as classy as Jimmy.
So I just want to say I want to thank everybody. We have a lot of viewers here. I want to thank you guys all. Me personally, you guys have made me a better racer, and I've had such a blast this season. This has been such a fun thing to do. Congratulations, you guys, though. To Josh Susie, their champion. To Dylan Clark, who was fantastic all season. To you, Mark. And to you, Tim,
No, I was just gonna thank PBR for being delicious. Let's go.
Yeah.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers. Go, 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 go,
Hey,
go.
We're gonna watch a live stream die tonight.
What
Sorry,
a fucking
boys.
champion. What a fucking champion right there.
He's a big Lucas Wolf fan.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
He better be.
I mean, if I'm drinking PBR, I gotta be, right?
Pretty much.
I guess I need to get some orange crate now, I guess, right?
Yeah, that's
you better have, Mark, you better have chugged the water through that.
Well, thank you guys so much. Great season by you guys. I'm really looking forward to what next season brings for you guys and for the entire league.
Yep.
We're going to give out some more awards here, though, and we'll probably talk to you a little bit more.
All right. Talk to you later.
Later. We're going to go into our next category here. We're going to keep it moving. Our next award is the Short Track Driver of the Year. So we already gave out the Road Course of the Year. Wow, that was the Dylan Clark. Cannot be here. Intermediate track, which is all your 1.5 miles. Josh Susie. No surprise there. Champion. Dominant everywhere. We're going to go into short tracks here, though. Your nominees are Mark Sikosi, Ashton Crowder, David Smeal, Josh Susie, and Landon Lacey.
Wait. Who the hell?
I was about to stop the whole thing.
Did you just say freaking David Smeal?
I know. Listen, David Smeal was nominated for 10 categories between the two series.
He can't drive on a big track
for himself, to be honest, but I'm not going to speculate. I think he ran like one short track race the entire time. Whatever. Hey, listen, he was a nominee. He received a vote.
Did he ever finish a short track race?
I don't know if he finished a race, to be honest. But
just move on. That's not even worth talking about. Plows down.
Plows down, bud. Yee. Receiving 8 of the votes, winning the award, was Landon Lacey, who left the chat. R.I.P.
Because it's past his bedtime.
It is, yeah. But Landon Lacey, what can be said? This man, I mean, I'm super excited to have him as a teammate next year. He was a guy that he was almost as dominant as Ashton Crowder, if not just as dominant. When it came to just whenever he came in, he was a threat to win. He was the best car. He was the benchmark that everybody was shooting to beat. And short tracks were his strong suit, but he was strong everywhere. He received votes in all the driver categories. He was very, very good. So shouts out, tip of the cap. Drink whenever I say tip of the cap. Look at my ugly hair. Shouts out to Landon Lacey, Short Track Driver of the Year. We're going to go into Super Speedway Driver. This is a little bit different.
It's very different. It's
It's
like
not
the
Chris
exact
Lynn.
opposite. But it's definitely not me. Trust me, we don't want to talk about it.
The nominees are Mark Sikosi,
Hack.
Josh Aaron, Kayla McCarthy, myself, Jimmy Barr,
Hack.
and Tyler Isley. And I keep fucking this up because I keep announcing the winner last. It is Tyler Isley. Let's bring him back in. He's got a shotgun and another beer. Bring him back in.
Hey, long time.
Tyler Isley.
The hell
What's
was
going on, bud?
Hey, we haven't seen you in a while.
We
what's
have a
going
long
on?
time no see.
Yeah, that's right. Turn that
Get
back
the
on.
PBR back out.
Dude, oh shit, man! I got another one in the fridge. Damn.
Well,
I'd have to get up and go get it.
I do want to.
Yeah.
Hurry up. Go ahead. Hurry up. We'll wait.
Oh wait, okay.
It's happening. All right, here we are.
We got plenty of time.
So
We got
Right,
plenty of
so
time. We're on no
we
time
fucking-
pressure. We don't gotta
we
worry
had-
about TV commercials or anything.
So Icy wins the Daytona 300. Start the year. That was a hell of a race. That was a wild race. Jimmy,
He went
you
to
had-
Talladega, didn't he?
I don't know.
No.
I
No,
don't
he
know. Talladega. Wasn't. Oh, I guess I was in that race. No, we
Tyler
wrecked.
Nicely. You are the super speedway champion of the, super speedway driver of the year. You have
Hold on, by your
received
peers.
7 out of the 15 votes. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that?
I appreciate it. I guess. I mean, that's cool. Honestly, I didn't really expect to win any awards other than being up here for finishing second. So that's pretty cool. It was awesome. I was really thrilled. Honestly, it was my first legitimate league race with any like open setups or anything on iRacing. I had only been on here for maybe 4 or 5 weeks, like really running at that time.
You make me feel like a piece of shit. Fuck you.
Well, I felt so out of place. I felt so out of place when I first jumped in because I'm sitting here. I'm a rookie, or maybe like D class at that time on ovals, and I'm looking at everybody in here, and they're like 2K I ratings and A class, and I'm sitting there D class like 1200, and I had no intention of even going up there.
Right now?
He's got rocks
Trying to get the
We
rest-
just
I know,
sign
just
the fuck out. What are you doing?
Dennis Rosés, okay?
Give Kim her wine back. What the hell?
Drink it all.
Yeah, Isley, to clarify, you are a rookie because I think at the time me, Jimmy, and you were the only rookies in the league.
I believe so. Yeah, I got on here and spent the majority of my time either running a different league that had these cars, but it was fixed, and then I got on here and just started running a bunch of dirt before I knew what I was really doing, just to kind of learn. And coming in here, I had to start like 23rd and didn't really expect much, and then got hooked up with teammates and was able to take it. So it was cool. Sucks I didn't get to have a better performance at Talladega, but it just doesn't work out every time, and maybe next season we'll be able to grab 1 or 2 next year.
Well, congratulations on your award. You were definitely one of the best drivers at all tracks all year, but you definitely were superior at the super speedway. So cheers to you, my friend. And he's going to shotgun another beer, right? No.
No, I'm not.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I'll take it. I'll take a drink though.
All right. Cheers
Yeah,
to you,
take a
my
drink.
friend. Congratulations. Great season. Look forward to having this guy as my teammate next year.
It's gonna be a fun.
That is Tyler Isley, your super speedway driver of the year. Give it up, give it up, give it up. All right. Let's go on to our next award. We're going to get into some more goofy awards. Hot Lap Hero Award.
Oh boy.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. You're right. Best Paint. Best Paint Award. Thank you, Chris.
I didn't say anything.
I thought you said paint.
I thought you did too.
I said, oh boy.
I thought you said best paint. I thought you said paint. Yeah.
Y'all just read my
In
mind.
the back of my head, you said best paint. And he's
Y'all
not,
knew.
he's not here, unfortunately. But we're going to go through the nominees real quick. Give a shout out because we saw some fire paint schemes all season. And your nominees are Josh Aaron. Look at these. You can see that fire paint scheme behind them.
Matt Liveries, check him out right there. MAT Liveries. He's the shit. $10.
Shouts out. Dylan Clark. Tyler Isley. Landon Lacey, who did mine. And Mark Sikosi. And the winner of the Paint Scheme Award was Dylan Clark. And I agree. I think he had some fire-ass paint schemes. He was very good all season with
week,
them. And he did them himself, so that also adds a little bit. Every week he had a fire paint scheme.
Every week.
So shouts out to him. Good job, Dylan Clark. We hope to see you next season. Sucks that you couldn't be here tonight. Hope to see you next season. We're gonna get into the Hot Lap Hero. Oh boy, this one.
Jam up those nominees. Let's see who we got here.
Yeah, we had a lot of votes for this one. Unfortunately, Some of them had to be thrown out because they put too many people in one vote. You can't vote for 4 people in one vote.
Or a whole team.
Yeah, or a whole team. You can't do that.
Don't put your square peg in a round hole. Okay.
Yeah, you can't be doing that. Let's remember that for next time. I left it open so you could type in the name, but next year maybe I'll make the nominees and you guys have to vote. Anyway, there's a 4-way tie. And your nominees are Josh Aaron, Brian Presler. Oh, shit. I just realized there's a clear winner here. There's not a 4-way tie.
We got a late vote. We got a late ballot.
We still gotta have
No. So someone put in. All right. This is a blunder. I'm sorry, but
not a blunder. Let's just run with it.
So
nominees
receiving votes were Mark Sikosi, David Smeal, Brian Preslar, and Josh Aaron. And then somebody put in David Smeal Jr. as another vote. So technically, he receives 3 votes to everybody else's 2 votes.
No. First of all, he can't vote for himself twice on 2 different names.
He's got 3. Hold on. I'm going to share my screen.
Only one
I don't know if that's
person
going to fuck
knows.
you up, Josh.
Oh, it's absolutely gonna fuck it up.
So if you could see right here, Hot Lap Hero.
I don't think that's working.
Real quick. Don't worry about it. I'm not going to stop sharing. Anyway, David Smeal is our Hot Lap Hero winner by himself.
All right.
Also receiving votes was Mark Sikosi and Brian Presler and Josh Aaron.
Let's just bring back in David Smeal.
Let's bring David Smeal back in.
Smeal.
David Smeal, our Hot Lap Hero Award. This award was given out to the person who times fast or is fast in the beginning of a run and falls off, which is, I think that's your MO.
I spend most of the week when I practice, it's 1 lap at a time. I don't care what the tires do. I'm gonna probably have a caution anyway. The stages don't matter. Along with yellows, I'm here for the quickest lap I could ever turn, and asking Landon Lacey for setups every 5 minutes because I just need to be at the top of the practice board, and I don't care who's there and who's not there. The only thing that matters to me before the green flag drops is being top of practice. Okay. And, and then I won't qualify because, I don't need to qualify. I just want to be a top of practice board and 1 lap at a time. I don't care what the tires do in 10 lap runs or 12 or 13 or even 7. I mean, pick a number. It does not matter beyond 1 lap. I'm here to sell t-shirts. I'm just here to get clicks. If I back it into the wall that 1 lap, you know what? It's iRacing. I get to reset. It doesn't matter. As long as I get that fastest lap, and then if I'm not first, I got to go talk to Landon and see what I got to do. He jumps into cockpit. I ask him to critique. He spends his whole practice helping me practice for 1 lap. That's what I'm here for. Thank you.
What happens if you are 2 seconds off the fast time in practice?
I blame everyone else.
I'm sorry, to like 2/10. 2/10 off the.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I blame everyone else that's in the room. I know what I'm doing, and I blame whoever built the setup. I blame who built my wheel. I will blame my headset maker because I'm not hearing the car correctly. After that, then you know what? It doesn't matter because my night's ruined. I'll go out and I'm going to spin out. I'm going to run into Chris. I'm going to piss off Jaden. Whatever I have to do to ruin everyone else's night because I'm not top of the leaderboard. That's how it goes.
Well, I mean, that sounds like a Hot Lap Hero does. Congratulations on your award. I'm sure this is not the last time we're going to be talking to you.
The only thing that's more disappointing, the only disappointing part about this is anyone else got a vote. I don't know how that happens. I don't know what everyone else is watching, but they know why I'm here. Yellows and quick time, baby.
Well, that's you. I mean, shit.
That's all needs to be said.
Yep.
I can't wait for next season to do the exact same thing. At this point, I'm too old to learn anything new, so this is what I do. So I can't wait till next season.
I can't either. I cannot wait either. Thank you for coming out, and I'm sure we'll be talking to you here soon.
Oh, okay, cool.
Hey,
That was David Smeal, ladies and gentlemen.
Smeal's
We're gonna
cleaning the house tonight. Smeal's,
He is, I mean,
winning some awards.
he's always
just
cleaning the
doing
house. It's this time we don't get broke doing it. Same thing.
Hot Hero. I mean, listen, it's Hot Hero is nothing to snuff at. This is a guy who knows how to find some speed. He just cannot harness that speed in and make it last throughout the entire race. It's the same thing my fucking girlfriend says. So.
He's so proud of himself. Don't engage with him. Anyway, that's also what his girlfriend says. So
It's actually probably something she would
Hey,
say.
I'll take my nomination on that one because at the end of the year we started finding some speed. Couldn't hold it together for very long, but at the end of the year we started finding some speed, and hopefully the goal's next year to put it together for more than one lap. But
yeah, hopefully. I mean, we're teammates, so I hope so.
All right, we're gonna go into our next award. This is the Yellow Flag Award for the Cup Series. We already had a Yellow Flag Award winner here this year in the Truck Series with David Smeal. Will it last in the Cup Series? Because he did also run Cup.
If he doesn't win this award, he's gonna be pretty mad. So
I think he might be.
Nominees.
Let's go through the nominees of the Yellow Flag. Tom Pera, David Smeal, Daniel Menzies. Those are the only three people who have received votes. A very, very tight.
Pera's down there.
Yeah, I said that. I said Tom
Well, I
Pera.
don't think he's down in the chat. We should probably at least talk to him no matter who wins this award.
So in a tight vote, 6, 6, and 5. David Smeal and Tom Pera win this award. I feel like let's bring in David Smeal first. David Smeal.
Oh, Daddy, I'm
Mr. Yellow Flag Award winner for the second time tonight. How do you feel?
The only thing I can pray is that you guys don't have an institute rule that 2 cautions and you're parked. That's my.
It's only the first one that this one counts for, but okay.
And I the other thing, if there's a driver council, I hope y'all bring a quick repair back for me, because these cars are not easy to drive. Okay, and I use up the tires after that lap. I mean, my tires were at 68% at Phoenix, and I was 19 seconds a lap off the pace. Hera's internet was faster than my car, which is a feat all in itself. Landon moved to Texas faster than I did at Phoenix. So
Landon moved to Texas.
Don't take away from Smeal's moment. Let him talk.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, I'm getting choked up. This means a lot to me. The yellow flag is just something I cherish. The time I get to talk.
More than do you cherish the yellow flag more than the checkered?
Oh, 100%. Because in checkers, we have to exit the server and stop talking at some point. So during yellow flags, it's more time to talk about what just happened and whose fault it was.
Ever your fault, though? Is it ever your fault?
No. So, Chris, I mean, what happened in the truck series. You parked it as a Final Four driver going into one. I had nothing to do but run into you. That's all I could do was just run into you with 2 to go, and you're in a chance to maybe win the championship if something happens up front.
So I
It's
should just
your
move
fault.
over. You're saying, right? Like I just need to
should.
move up, let you have the lane because
Yeah, you shouldn't have been
But-
there. Like, why were you
there was
there?
no yellow flag there. So you mad at Dilch for there being no yellow flag? That's against your religion, I think.
Well, I'm a little threatened because I thought Dilts was going to win this. So I'm glad that I pulled this off. Thank you to everyone in the league. Dilts got nothing on me. I've talked to other people though, and I've seen that 19 car, that Dilts guy. That car is destroyed every week. I don't know how he gets around the track half the time.
Have you had anything to do with any of the times that truck got destroyed?
No, why would I?
Ah.
It's not my fault. Even if I'm there, trust me, this is my internet. It's usually netcode. I don't.
Yeah, it is usually that code.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's what this yellow flag brings out the most.
Yeah, the one time it was my brake pedal, like my foot didn't touch it. It's not me. It's definitely no, it never is. But those yellows give me an opportunity to complain about why I didn't get the lucky dog, who passed me when they shouldn't have, because I'm here for points, right? Like those are opportunities. I take those yellow flags seriously as opportunities to complain, and I have lots of time. Like at Pocono, I mean, I got 6 minutes.
You got 6 minutes, yeah.
Like at least to complain. At the end of the night, I have to get a drink. I got to relax. I got to get something to eat because I'm worn out from talking.
Are you quicker to bring out a yellow than you are to get into that NSRL hauler at the end of a race? Wait, are you quicker to get into the hauler to come bitch and complain about your race, or are you quicker to bring out the yellow flag?
It takes a while for the tires to wear out as much as I need them to. So I can.
Well, I mean, you did have that Vegas wreck lap 2 where you killed all of the playoff drivers.
The field, basically.
It didn't even get warm yet.
Yeah,
it was still barely even the temperature of a Domino's pizza. So
that's Irish fault. That's bad tires. That's not me.
All right, David Smeal.
Right.
All jokes aside, thank you so much for coming out. Congratulations on your award. It's all in good fun.
Hey, I know we're giving a razzing here tonight. This is his alter ego, his funny side. I don't think he has one for real.
He has one of those?
There you go. Ding, ding, ding.
Well, maybe we can bring back his alter ego a little bit and showcase some real stuff.
We probably would like that side better. But no, I'm glad Dave's around. He's a lot of fun to poke fun at, and he's a good
sense of humor.
I know he means well, and he wants to do well. He's a competitive guy. So,
can you confirm or deny that his name is Hillbilly Doughboy or no?
The Hillbilly Doughboy, David Smeal.
Yeah, that's the one.
All right, Jeremy Smeal, we'll catch you.
Jeremy Smeal. We're also going to bring in our other Yellow Flag Award winner, Mr. Thomas Para. Let's bring him on in. Mr. Para, congratulations on your award win. This is voted on by the drivers.
Oh, checkers records. I ain't got checkers. So, you know what I mean? You gotta do what you gotta do.
But how many of those checkers or records happened after the yellow, though? That's what we want to know.
Well, maybe one.
I'll say this: you did get a top 5 this year. That's impressive.
Yes, cheers to you. Cheers.
I finished 8th too last week. So yeah, that's a good way to end the season, right?
He's building blocks. Era here, building blocks. You love to see it.
Oh God.
Talk about your season a little bit. We haven't gotten a chance to talk to you yet. Talk about your season a little bit. I know we're poking a little bit of fun with the Yellow Flag Award, but you ran almost every race. You were a playoff driver. Talk about your season a little bit.
Oh, long. Really long. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Some nights, dude, when you gotta set up and you're like, "Oh, I know where I'm gonna be tonight. Just stay the fuck out of everybody's way." And then there's other nights where you're in the middle of a pack. So that's how it goes. You gotta understand what your car.
Yeah.
If your car ain't shit, man, stay the fuck out of the way.
What is
A lot of people need to understand that shit.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Oh god.
Well, congratulations. You had a great, like I said, you were a playoff driver. You had a great season. You know, bringing out yellow flags and all that. I hope you have fun all year. I really hope to see you next year and continue to have fun.
Not
Hell yeah,
my mirror.
Newman. Hell yeah,
Yeah.
Newman. I can't wait to race against you next year.
Great. I hope I don't take you out twice at Gateway again. I'm sorry. I still feel really bad about that.
Hey, Chris, I want to thank you for not giving a fuck and being a good race controller, man. That's awesome. You held that from day one, man. That's what I like to hear.
Hey, I was trying to do my thing.
That's what I like.
You were a gem, not gonna lie. Except for that one time, and I know I have to owe it to my DraftKings people. You wrecked Brig in the playoffs under caution. Shame.
Oh yeah.
Don't
My
do
bad.
that. Yeah.
Hey, I like the I got handed
Say
to
sorry.
you on-
Say sorry to Brig.
Yeah.
Oh no, I ain't saying sorry. He didn't bring it up to
Away.
me. So, he didn't bring it up to me. So listen, y'all know that
No, it's fine.
I've had situations with people, and I always call you after the race and be like, "My bad," you know.
I look
So-
forward to seeing the Miley Cyrus next year.
Yes, the Miley Cyrus game I think should have won Paint of
Actually,
the Year. to
while
be
we
honest.
have Perry here, he should have been in the running for. Shame on all of us for not getting him in the running for Paint Scheme of the Year because he had some gems throughout the year.
Hannah Montana
Or
one?
funny or just damn good looking.
Yes, they were.
Hey, I have to do it to get for my sponsors, man. I'm not running up front, so if you're running the back, gotta do something.
Well, hey, you got some TV time right here. Do you want to give a shout out to some of your sponsors?
Speed Demons have helped me out. The league, racing everybody. It was fun. I enjoyed my time, even if I wrecked you by accident. My bad. But it's good year. Good year.
Look at that.
Oh,
He
yeah.
apologized for breaking the process.
I'm sorry. I like to thank Red Bull, Logitech. I like to thank Ooze, Pen.
What about some of that? That little smoky smoke stuff. You like that? You thank them at all more? Or
You want to thank the Ganj a little bit?
Oh yeah, always yes. Represent the Reses in New York State. They're repping them. That's a good place where you can get some. So fucking hilarious.
Well, Thomas Para, thank you so much for coming on out. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for running every week. Thank you for just hanging out and being a good dude. We can't wait to see you next year, man.
Yep.
Yeah, hopefully I'll be up with you all. You guys have a good night.
You two have a great night. Tom Para, what a dude, man. I mean, just great. All right, we're going to get into one more of these here before we get into some more serious awards. I'm not to take anything away from any of these awards. Sorry, David Spiel. I'm sorry.
Spiel made it very clear. These are very serious.
These are very serious awards. We are going to get into the honorary Kyle Busch Award. This is for the most radioactive driver. We had to make rules in the middle of the season how radioactive the radio was. And it might have been single-handedly by one person, not just one person.
Yeah.
Well, pretty much by one person.
It was like one person.
Here are your nominees for the Kyle Busch Award. David Smeal, just in everything. Landon Lacey, which I thought was a shocker.
That was bullshit.
Tyler Isley. Justin Diltz. And Ryan Broderick. Now, guys, if I had to tell you one of these people won this award, who would?
We all know.
We all know.
It's a nice, calming voice.
It was a lot closer than I thought.
It's gotta be.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I don't know. I don't know who won. So,
separated by one voice, one vote. Jesus Christ.
One voice, one vote.
Separated by one vote. Ryan Broderick is your Kyle Busch Award winner. Bring him on in. Let's go. Over Tyler Isley. Shouts out Tyler Isley. But we're going to talk about it right here. Here he is, Mr. R.B. Ryan Broderick, the Kyle Busch Radioactive Award winner. Ryan?
Yeah, I was just trying to get my way.
Tell me why you're so radioactive.
Because Chris wouldn't listen to me. He just didn't give a fuck.
And that's not any different now.
What about when he wasn't race control? You were still the same radioactive asshole.
It was fucking Josh Aaron. Like, what the fuck, man?
What caused you to go so radioactive?
They didn't read their own goddamn rule book.
It occurred to you that you maybe have written half of the rule book in the course of 3/4 of this season.
It was like half, and that's stretching.
Why did you wreck so many cars in your season?
Because I like Mickey.
All right, thank you, Ryan Broderick, Mr. Radioactive here, giving us no radioactive activity right here.
No, he's still trying. He's gotta like. You wreck cars.
Out there, we would have been fine.
Ryan, what are your plans for next season?
We're gonna run all 3 series. Run Xfinity and trucks part time, and probably run somewhere in the realm of 25 to 30 cup races. So try to make it run.
That's great to hear. That's great.
Are you going to practice? Because we've heard it from a reliable source that you're an IndyCar driver that shows up and plays Fender car driver and or street car driver once a week. Very reliable.
We saw a family member of yours this past weekend, and he said you're an IndyCar driver trying to pass off as a sprint car and a NASCAR Cup driver.
1 day a week.
1 day a week.
His name might be Mark.
He might have been your brother.
He might be a sprint car driver. He might be a nothing driver trying to pass as a sprint car driver. So.
Well, he's doing better than you, bud.
Well, that's not saying much.
Hey, I'll say this about.
I just unload the Williams Grove with a Bristol setup still on the car. So.
I'll say this about Broderick. He gets it. He gets it on us. It runs in his family. I was in an A Open late one night running in a race, and in about 10 minutes, everybody was pissed off at this one dude, and this one dude was giving everybody in the lobby complete shit. His last name was Broderick. So I got on the radio. I was like, "Hey, is Ryan your brother?" And he was like, "Yeah, that's my brother." I was like, "All right, makes sense."
It's not just the NSRL that Ryan Broderick is the Kyle Busch Award winner, and it's in all of my racing.
Yeah, pretty much the iRacing Kyle Busch. Here we go.
Pretty much.
Well, Ryan, I can't wait to see you out next season. Thank you for a great season. Thank you for providing us with all entertainment. And also, you, not to take anything away, you were strong this season when you ran, man. I gotta say, I'm not just gonna give you a little bit of roses here, but you were pretty fast. If you could just harness that fucking anchor in, man, you one of the top drivers in the series, no doubt.
Won a couple truck races, right?
I won the one at I think it was Coda. Was it Coda that won that?
I think so.
Nah. Yeah, but no, we ran well early on, and then it kind of went wayside. Kind of tried to race more for wins, and
So just to come clean a little bit, did you tell everyone else that you raced on a mouse?
Oh yeah, we did a fantastic job in the truck series,
and it was your cleanest race.
I don't know about that. I killed.
It was cleaner. It was cleaner than the other races.
I killed the triangle wall pretty hard.
Well, that's fine. Did you take anyone with you or no?
I mean, I was kind of hoping Chris Lim would have been my inside, but unfortunately not.
Exactly. So that's exactly right. Race with the mouse more often. You'll be fine. Good luck with your Indy cars, and we'll catch you. We'll catch you somewhere.
Hey, we'll see you next season, Ryan.
Yeah,
congratulations on the award. Fuck you too. Peace out. All right, let's get into some real awards for some real driving skill here now. We're going to go into Most Improved Driver, and before we get into this award, I think I want to point out everybody in the Cup Series was an improvement. I think everybody everybody had to learn these cars, had to get better as the season went on, and did a fantastic job, and ended up for me providing some of the best racing I've ever been a part of in iRacing by the end of the season. That's with some of the ass drivers leaving, with some of the really good drivers, guys like David Salter, Don DeGroot, Steve Stripmatter, a lot of those guys coming into the league on top of what we had and really providing a well-rounded field of different of a higher level skill than most really imagine in these cars, and all learning it together. So before I get into that, I just want to say that. I don't know if you guys want to say it.
I agree. I think everybody, everybody improved tremendously. There was so many weeks this year where you'd practice all week, and then iRacing would do an update on these new cars, and Wednesday your entire setup was just completely different, and it didn't work. And everybody had to kind of adjust on the fly and just kind of learn these cars inside and out just to get around the track so many weeks. I think it made everybody better drivers. It made everybody better builders. And beating and banging off of each other and getting into it, I think it's all made us better league members.
That's just racing.
Yeah.
He didn't wreck you. He rubbed you.
Right.
All right. So getting into this, let's go with our nominees here. There was 5 drivers in total receiving votes. We had Tyler Isley. We had Daniel Menzies. We had myself, Jimmy Barr. We had Josh Aaron. And we had Brian Preslar. And it was a 3-way tie for the win between you, Josh, Tyler Isley, and Brian Preslar as our most improved drivers. Give a round of applause. Great job. Josh, how do you feel? I think you were definitely one of the most improved drivers, like everybody was seeing there at the end of the season. You were top in the fucking leaderboard and time charts, right there, and you almost made the championship 4.
Yeah, we had a really good team. We worked on it all year. BP, he was in here. We just kept chipping away at it and kept getting better and better and better. But honestly, this one should have been Isley. This one, it is Isley. We both came into this rookies. He said he was on the thing for 4 or 5 weeks. I'd been on it for like 2 or 3 months. This was the first league I ever ran in. I had no idea what I was getting into. I thought it'd just be, something way easier than what it is, and I like how it is, but it's way more than I ever thought it would be. But yeah, had a hell of a run. I'm getting better at them, and hope to put more together next year. But hats off to Isley. Especially Isley really impressed me in the playoffs. He had some good runs earlier in the year, but he got down there in the playoffs, and Isley kind of tore it up.
He did.
Through a lot of the playoffs. So
he was the guy that was maybe running 8th or 9th, and he made himself a 3rd, 4th place driver every week, no matter what track you ran on.
Yep.
So let's bring him in, and let's talk to him real quick. Probably for the last time of the night, Mr. Tyler Isley. Tyler Isley, co-champion of the most improved driver. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about your peers voting you as somebody that has improved exponentially throughout the season?
No, but seriously, that's cool. I appreciate everybody who voted for me. I definitely did not consider myself. I'm pretty sure I voted for BP, and I even thought when you first started going over, I was like, it's going to be Josh or BP. Those two were absolutely amazing towards the end of the season. They were quick throughout the night, not only just in qualifying, where I think BP set the pole a few times. I know Josh was up there, and then went throughout the race, and they were still fast. I remember being at, I think it was Vegas, and Josh was running me down, and I thought I had the best car on the track, minus Landon, and I was like, okay, he's got something. So, you two are definitely a lot more deserving than I feel like I am, but I appreciate everybody who voted for me and put me up there. It's, like I said, it's pretty cool.
It's definitely well deserved between all 3 of you. I think all the nominees here, to my own, but I definitely think there's a big difference between the beginning of the season towards the end of the season, where you know, you had people getting into the playoffs or whatever, and proving their worth there at the end. You know, I really think that's something to be said. But great season by you overall, Isley. I'm excited to see what you bring next year and continue to improve. And I hope you win this or next year as champion.
Yeah, maybe so. Like I said earlier, that's the goal. But I'm just more so looking forward to continuing to race with you guys. And I demand a recount on that Kyle Busch award. I feel like I had a lot more of those moments, but
vote short.
I know. I feel like I had a lot more of those moments, but I think Broderick's were a lot more memorable. Maybe I gotta up my game next time.
Brig Swope right here is gonna swoop right in and say, selflessness here is heartwarming and all, but I think it should have been me. Honestly, Brig was right there with you, Josh. That whole DraftKings team. That's why Brian also is a co-winner of this award. You guys have exponentially gotten better every week throughout the season. Talk about that a little bit, Josh.
I think, the one thing that we were pretty proud of is we kind of all went into this, not knowing what it was going to be and just kind of tinkering around with setups here and there. And by the end of it, we were coming up with some pretty good, some pretty competitive setups, and able to adjust the car and work the car a little bit. So, we all learned together and we're able to do something. And it was every week. Sometimes we'd show up to the track and I think I have a good setup, and then we'd end up using BPs or Briggs, or every week everybody contributed, and it just kind of made us all better working on them and stuff. So
absolutely. All right, man. Well, congratulations on a great season, Tyler. I can't wait to see what you bring next year. Let's bring in our final co-winner, Mr. Brian Preslar. BP! One of our most improved drivers this year. Brian, how does it feel to be voted by your peers as one of the guys that have been continually approved? Jesus Christ, I can't even speak. Who has improved all season?
BP there?
Yeah, I got you. What's up?
How does it feel to be one of the most improved drivers of the season?
It's humbling, man. Just
BP, are you in the middle of a race? Are you still improving right now?
it's just always up, man. My racing screen's always up. I'm old, dude, so I see it on Discord and it says playing iRacing splash screen. I don't even know how to get it off there. So. But yeah, it's an honor, man. I think Isley deserved it as well. I know this is like the heartwarming after Jeremy Smeel. That segment is hard to follow that up. But yeah, I think Tyler deserved this. I didn't realize he was a rookie. Because my first race was Atlanta, and that was about 7 races in or something. And
your first race?
Yeah.
And
that's my last race.
BP likes to continuously point out that he was running good and he was EOL'd because of his internet, but then EOLs for internet never happened again after that.
That was race control. I'm not gonna name a name, but y'all know who it is. That was his last race. His race
Did he have to get up at 4 in the morning?
Yeah.
Did he make his pizza rolls?
Yeah, that was the Nowski battles, and man, there was like 30 cars in that race. I was running third.
Totally different NSRL landscape back at that time.
Yeah,
I was in that race. My last start, and it was BP's first start. So does that make like BP Jeff Gordon and I'm Richard Petty? Is that what it is? That's what it feels like.
No, not at all. But I mean, back then you could just hold it wide open. It was like a mile and a half Daytona, basically. And I was like third, man. I just played strategy, and all of a sudden, I think one of the Nowski guys was in behind me. He said, he's blinking, and it popped up EOL, and I was like, yo, Josh, what does that mean? He was like, you got to go to the back of the field. And I was like, well, I've been battling the whole night to get up here. So I fixed that next week. And, but yeah, the car, it's like a 3-act season, man. Because it was like when the car changed, around Indianapolis or something?
Yep. Indianapolis, huge one.
I think we started catching everybody. We didn't pass everybody, but we come out of the cellar. I know we got called Haas a lot during the middle part of the
Yo,
season.
shouts out the Haas.
Yeah, and I had to actually look that up, on the one side. So I wasn't really happy about that comment.
But on this point, Haas is having a good year.
Yeah.
To your point, things are turning around.
Well, around that time they weren't. So.
No, that's true. That's true. But things have changed. To your point.
Yeah, I know, but yeah, we picked it up after that. We picked up Stritty and Don, man. And I think everybody improved, dude. So I'm just humbled and looking forward to next season.
Well, it's great having you around. What are your plans for next year?
Oh, well, you took my teammate, so I'm still trying to feel out.
If you're looking for a team.
Nah, man, I'm pretty loyal. I'm giving Josh a hard time. If he's happy, I'm happy, man. Just looking forward to next year, and I want to thank my wife and my little girl, man. And they hang there with me, and she lets me race on Wednesdays. We kind of made a deal, so looking forward to next season. Keep improving, man. I appreciate the award.
Well, thank you so much. Great job this season. It's definitely an honor. I think we still have 2 more awards here you're up for. So
yeah, who knows? We might see you again.
Okay, buddy.
We might be seeing you again.
Yeah, stay tuned.
Right. Yeah, man, and it hurt not getting in that Final Four, but Phoenix is probably my worst track. It was probably best I stayed out of that.
Hey, next year, never know.
Yeah, thank you guys.
All right, that is Brian Pressler, Mr. BP. We have 2 more awards to give out here. Let's go. The first one here. Neither winner is here, unfortunately. They have left. But let's go over the award. Most valuable driver of the year. That's the most valuable driver to their team. Who would you like if you had a first round pick and you had to pick somebody in NSRL to start your team with? Who would you pick? That's what this award is designed for.
I can tell you this. I picked Josh, and he picked me, apparently.
Well, neither of you got a vote, so fuck you.
Well, apparently either that or it's just, well, fuck you then, bud.
All right, let's go over the nominees. There's only 4. And these 4 are really when you think about it and you boil it down, we've already talked to all 4 of these people now at this point. Well, I guess 3 out of the 4. They were the cream of the crop, who everybody wanted to race around at the end of the day. Your nominees for the Most Valuable Driver Award were Mark Sikosi, Landon Lacey, Brian Preslar, and Josh Susi. We know Josh, he was champion. This was a tie. Both receiving 6 votes were Josh Susi and Landon Lacey, and both of them are not in the chat, unfortunately. But this is a big award here. This was 2 people that are very elevated by the league that really, like I said, everybody speaks highly of in the league, and these were the cream of the crop drivers. I mean, Landon won races, and Josh Susi was right there and won the championship and was there for the entire thing. Those are 2 guys that they don't only show what excellence they have behind the wheel of a race car, but they also elevate the rest of the people around them, and it was definitely shown that.
Yeah, I think. I mean, I think even throwing Mark in there, the guys that had really good setups and helped their teammates just get a lot faster are the three that are there, and they were all very good at making everybody around them a lot faster. BP had a lot of good setups and helped us out a lot, but BP also brought the vibe. I think BP's there because BP brought the vibe, and he's just a hell of a teammate.
BP is just a vibe in himself.
Yep.
I love it. Well, congratulations to both of those two. We were hoping to interview at least one of those two, but both of those, Landon left after we interviewed him in the Truck Series, and Susie could not be here tonight because he's dedicated to another race tonight. But congratulations to both of those guys. Those guys are definitely two of the guys that we all had a benchmark on and trying to beat every week.
Can we just, before we move on, there's a fight in the chat. This is Dirt Paradise, Brig and Isley. Deal with it.
What, PA?
Yep. Alex Robinson likes fender cars, though. He's weird. But this is Dirt Paradise. You don't have to love it.
This isn't a dirt league. This isn't a dirt league. But shouts out to Alex Robinson. Shouts out the Pennsylvania Posse.
Shouts out Dirt Paradise in PA. That's all we're saying.
We're going to get into our final award of the night.
It's a big one.
To wrap, this is a big one. Even more than that one, and it really shows one driver who brought together the league entire season. For sure. Do you guys disagree?
I think it's a guy that is like an example of what we all want to be, and including that the peers agreed. So it's big.
There were every single one of these nominees were people that we were trying to be like at the end of the day. Wait, hold on.
I agree though with Isley and Brig now. I know to Alex.
Before we move on, breakthrough.
Oh boy. What's breaking through? Kool-Aid Man?
Well, I want to make sure we talk to this person if they're available. Dragon Kayla. Landon is on Kayla's Discord. Please, Dragon Kayla. Let's talk to it. Let's talk to Landon here for most valuable driver. Landon Lacey is here.
Maybe.
On Kayla McCarthy's account here, I hope.
If the headset comes on.
Landon Lacey.
There we go.
Landon, congratulations on winning the most valuable driver. For me, as your teammate, I definitely think it's well deserved. You definitely have made me and all of our teammates a better driver. You have made the rest of the league to try to be as good as you. How does it feel to be the most valuable driver in the NSRL Cup Series?
Landon's dead.
Landon, are you there?
Oh, sorry. I forgot hers was push to talk. But no, I feel.
Kayla, you sound different. you were in khakis.
You don't sound like Jake from State Farm.
No, but I appreciate it from everybody in here for kind of looking up to me for help and stuff like that. And like I said earlier, I do it not only for the better of you guys and everybody that I help, but it basically helps out the whole league, because not only would you look better out on the racetrack, but it makes the league as a whole look better.
Absolutely. That I think.
I mean, I'll say this. So there's two parts to this, and obviously, Landon, you've helped me a bunch. Just with like what to adjust. Like I know what the car or truck's feeling. What do I do? Right. And the same thing. Jeremy Zarfos is the same way on the dirt side. this thing's doing this and it makes me mad. How do I make it not do that thing? And I think you're really great at explaining it, right? And I think that, I guess, resonates through more to me because, like, obviously we didn't really vote during this, so that's cool. That's cool to have someone that's like willing to say, do this thing to stop this thing from happening, right? And that's cool.
Right, and I think what makes it a little bit easier is I'm not the most especially when it comes to making setups. I'm not the biggest engineer, so to say. So I don't speak with big words or
Speak smart.
I don't yes I don't confuse when I explain
That's
it
my
to you. I
guy.
don't confuse the hell out of you.
No, and that's what's very appreciated. And it's not just your own teammates. You do it to the whole league, man. You really do. You're never secretive about things, and even when you're out there kicking our asses, which is often,
even on the
you
dirt
show
side.
everybody else what it takes to get it done. And I think that's one reason why you're voted for this award.
Right, and the same thing. I know, NSRL doesn't really have a dirt side, but on the posse side, I think you guys, um, you know, teach me a lot more than you actually think you do. Even if you're not giving me advice, I'm watching you guys out on track, and it's helping me out with small little details that I'm messing up with. But it's nice to know that I can help some people out, and in return, I can get help in places that I don't typically run as well. Like I'm not the best on dirt, but I've learned a lot from you guys. But that's also from helping you guys out on the asphalt side.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not just that. It's just if there's a driver that you had to pick, like I said, this award right here is you had a number one. You had a first round pick. You had the number one pick in the draft of every driver out of the league. It's you. And so I think that's something that says everybody wants to be teamed up with you. Everybody thinks you're the best driver. Everybody thinks you're a threat to go out there and win the championship. So it speaks a lot to your skill, and it speaks a lot to yourself. And congratulations, man. I mean, you had a great season. Whether you were in the playoffs or not, you had a hell of a season. And the truck series is definitely reflective of how good of a driver you've been.
Yeah, once again, I really appreciate it, and again, it's nice to be, seen as a really close friend, not only with teammates but with my competitors. So I'd like to thank everybody that runs with us for voting for me and helping me get some of these awards. It's pretty cool.
It's well deserved, man. It's well deserved. Congratulations.
We'll catch you.
Yeah, we'll catch you next season. Probably kicking our asses. I hope so. I hope so.
I don't know about catching, but we'll see.
Yeah, there you go. That's fair, man.
I love
Y'all
it.
have a good night.
You too. Most valuable driver, Landon Lane. Give it up. Give it up. Give it up. All right, let's go back into the most valuable, most popular driver. Our final award of the night. Our most popular driver. We all know who this is. In NASCAR, it's Bill Elliott. It's Dale Earnhardt Jr. It's Chase Elliott.
I just want to throw out Isley in chat says definitely wasn't me.
And he's correct because he didn't receive a vote. No shot. No, I'm not taking a shot there. But I am going to give out these nominees one more time. Brian Preslar, Ashton Crowder, Josh Susie, Landon Lacey, Kayla McCarthy. Those are your 5 runners that received votes. Just receiving a vote here speaks volumes for how valued you are in this league. But running away with the most popular driver award, let's bring him back in, Mr. Brian Preslar, your most popular driver in the NSRL season. BP.
Are you kidding?
No, this is very real, bud.
What's up,
This is
BP?
very real. Dude, you have been, even though you, I'm going to say this as a personal experience right here. Lapped car, you took me out when I was running 4th at Auto Club.
No, it was not Auto Club.
See,
It was,
I had.
Chicago.
Me out. I'm just saying.
Chicago Auto Club.
You came to me with the utmost respect and over apologized to me. And I think that's one reason why so many people in this league respect you and love you. And it's great. You just race everybody with respect. You're a strong runner. You're a good dude. And congratulations on this award.
Yeah, I can't believe that, man. But I think there's one guy that doesn't like me very much.
If his name is Smeal, don't worry about
it. Man, we ran officials what was that, last week, Josh?
Yeah.
And, he about pushed me to the win, but
yeah,
we got separated there. But man, I can't believe this.
I think I say it for everybody, man. You've been a pleasure to race with. There's been so many times where you get in a wreck or somebody gets in a wreck with you, and I'm like, VP, they just got into it, and you're like, man, I think I might have came down a little bit. You're always trying to take fault, and you're always the first one to apologize. I think it shows through to the entire league.
Well, I appreciate it, and wow, man, it's an honor, man, because there's a lot of good dudes in this league and good people, and I meant to talk to Jimmy about that. When Q win, and it totally slipped my mind because.
No, you did. You messaged me right away, man.
Yeah.
Fine. I was upset about what happened.
Oh, I know, man. Because I thought I hit Cook.
Get mad. Like it was.
Yeah, I was. I remember that race was Chicago, and I told the field to go high, and I was going to run the apron. I hit the apron and split up. And I couldn't even tell who I hit. So I apologized. Oh, I know that. I apologized to Cook, and he didn't say anything back. And then I had to watch, after the race was over, because I just drove around because it was like 50 laps in or something. So I drove like 150 more laps or 100 more laps. And I was like, I got to find out who that was I hit, man. I think I was talking to Josh. He said, I don't know who you hit, man. I think it was like 1 a.m. I sent you a message, man. But I don't know what to say, man. I appreciate everybody voting for me, and I'm humbled, man. So,
it's well deserved, man. I think everybody they respect you when they race around you. They know that you're fast. They know that you're gonna race them with respect as well, and you're just an enjoyable person to be around, and the type of person that I wish that everybody in the NSRL was like.
Right, and to exactly what he was saying, when he makes a mistake, he just owns it, right? Just own your mistake, and things happen. You move on, apologize, move on, and I think it's always great. Even that Talladega race you're talking about in the official BP, I saw you there. I was like, I want to get with him because I know how he races. So, congrats, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, and the Martinsville deal was way out of character for me, but there's a lot on the line and tempers flaring, and
yeah, no, that's what the playoffs bring out in everybody, man. I mean, bring out your competitive fire, and you had every right in your, to do what you did. In my opinion, I mean, you took the penalty, like you took the penalty on the chin as you should, but nobody can blame you for doing it.
Yeah, I knew it was coming, but I also knew I wasn't in the Final Four either. So, you know what I mean? I was like, maybe Mark won't take it out on me and make it 2 races into Daytona. So.
Hey, Tyler says Smeal should take lessons, and that is
BP,
I think we all take lessons to how we should act and conduct ourselves, just
but
like
when BP, when Smeal comes for those lessons, charge the shit out of him.
Yeah, I got you, dude. But man, that's really cool, and I'm looking forward to next season.
We're looking forward to having you. You have anybody you want to thank?
Oh man, just teammates, dude. And I just figured like Josh and Brig, man, they probably get tired of me. Like I'm always like, man, what I got to do right here? What, Josh? How do I loosen this car up? We're on pit road. Josh, talk to me. He's got his own battles going on during the race, but I'm in his ear all the time. And Brig too. I mean, we were kind of the original three, and then we grew from there. But man, teammates and
Hey,
like I said, my wife
here,
for letting me race, man.
this is another one that goes out to how good of a dude BP is. There was so many times he'd ask me where the pace car is, and I'd be out on track, and he's in there fixing damage. He's like, "All right, well, tell me when it gets to here." And then me and Brig would get to talking, and like half a lap later, he's like, "Where's the pace car?" I'm like, "Oh shit," and it's already past him. And BP's just like, "Oh, it's cool, man."
Yeah, that one race, I kind of had it down, and I was getting kind of frustrated with you because I was still in the lead lap, and I was like, "Where's he at?" And he was like, "Oh, start finish line." I think I had the pole, so my car was on first. Yeah, it was on the first stall, so I was able to slip out. But yeah, man, teammates are everything, and I learned that quick. So that's who I want to thank the most.
Well, thank you, VP. Most popular driver of the year, Mr. Brian Preslar. Definitely one of the strongest of the year as well. Congratulations. Can't wait to see you next year.
Gonna have to step it up.
Can't wait, buddy. See you then.
Step it up, that's for sure. Get back practicing. Been kind of lazy here lately, even though it's
Oh shit. My bad, BP.
we had to do the Oscars on him real quick. I'm sorry. Right now we're gonna go into that's all the awards for this past year. It was such a great season by everybody. We appreciate everybody coming out. Everybody just such a fantastic job building this league up and making it what it is today. And I really look forward to what is going to be in the future. And that's what we're going to talk about right now, real quick, before we sign off for tonight. Let's look into the future. Let's bring in Justin Delta and Mark Sikosi, two league owners of NSRL, with all the different series, and let them talk a little bit what's going on next year. Justin Dilts, Mark Sikosi, welcome on in.
What's going on?
We're gonna close this out, and just want to give you guys the floor and any last thoughts from last season and what you guys want to talk about for next season. Dilts, let's go with you first.
You guys hear me right?
We got you.
100%.
Though.
Well, you guys know this is past my bedtime.
So. It's okay. It's okay.
You want me to go first? You can head on to it, or?
Yeah, I'm going. No, I'm going first so I can go to bed.
All right, go ahead.
Always
all right. So, listen. As far as this year, like I said, I want to thank everybody, all the racers, all the sponsors, all their families, and everybody lets them devote the time that it takes to put together a league and participate in a league like this. And we're always looking for more people. So hopefully, with everything we got going on between trucks, Xfinity, Cup, your guys' awesome podcasts and posse stuff. I mean, you guys already brought in tons of racers last year, which like you touched on that about building up this league in general last year. And I know that the racing's only going to be better this year just because we got such a solid group going in. So we'll continue to recruit going into this year, especially Xfinity and Truck. I mean, obviously, we're going to continue to recruit Cup until we're full. Our main goal since the beginning was to have people qualify in every week for Cup. So that's still a goal. So we'll continue pushing towards that stuff and try to keep the racing clean and fun at the same time. Try to make everybody happy, which I hope
it's tough.
Yeah, I mean, there's times throughout the year where, Mark and I both thought people they hated us. We were worried if people are gonna leave. And again, we had to stay strong for the fact that we knew the decisions that we were making from an admin team was good, because that's the other thing. I gotta thank the admin staff that we had this year. that was completely incredible. We touched base on race control earlier. Unfortunately, we're not going to have the same race control going into next year. And I don't know what all is going on with admin staff and stuff like that going into next year. But we got lucky with who we had this year. You guys, it's funny how this kind of stuff comes together, because at the time we weren't really looking for anybody, but certain people found us and reached out to us, and they wanted to be involved in the league, and they have a huge impact on what it become. So, and they will always have an impact on it, whether they're racing here or admin actively or come back or whatever. So, and everybody has a lot of stuff going on and starting up new in their life. So I'm happy where this league's going tremendously from where we were last year. And take it back a year and a half to where me and Mark were first started. I mean, I would never imagine we would have got here. So we got, as far as personally, we got big plans to run really well this year. I'm excited to have some full fields and actually be able to make a difference, because sometimes when you only got 20 people and you're sitting in 20th, you feel kind of shitty. But really, when you're racing with 20 good people, you're not doing that bad,
Right.
So, but yeah, like I said, Mark?
I think that's going to be the case this year. I've talked about that before. Is this year, a lot of it was survive, get a top 10, top 15, but I think next year we're going to be fighting for top 15s. I think this league is going to be way more competitive next year.
Yeah, I totally agree. We definitely have the format to put on really, really good racing. We did it this year. Maybe up front, there might not have been. I know we had the road courses in there where some of them were rough on certain people that wanted to race that week. And even other times that there were some whoopings put on some people that. But the more we fill out these fields and you get people that actually, I know Jimmy Barr, I raced a lot with you, Josh, Aaron, raced a lot with you this year, and I mean a ton. I learned, because I'm still new at this too. I mean, I'm going on a year and a half on iRacing, so a lot of my experience comes from being around you guys. So, but yeah, Mark, I'm interested, because I was kind of let down on myself after Mark busted into his cup speech with all these stats and shit. I like to talk and stuff, man, but Mark's definitely our stats guy. And I put it up doing the websites and doing the forms, registration stuff, all that stuff. I mean, Mark puts so much time into the actual behind the scenes league stuff, so I gotta always thank him too for the time he puts in. I mean, I can't even imagine putting together a 32-week season schedule. I know I couldn't do it. So I'm interested to hear what he has to say for next year.
Mark, what do you have to say about next year?
Well, we have a lot of exciting things planned for next season. We're
going to Crystal Dirt, right?
Yeah, we're going to some new track. Some new tracks, starting with the Clash at the LA Coliseum. 5 flags on the schedule. Irwindale, Hickory, the Monza Oval.
Who?
iRacing Super Speedway.
Who?
And yeah, we're racing at going dirt racing at Bristol.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
I'm confirming it right now.
Confirmed. It's documented. He can't change his mind. Rip the freaking top.
I know a lot of guys were looking forward to that one. And possibly the newly reconfigured and repaved Atlanta.
That would be awesome. I can't wait till it comes out.
Not as cool as the old one, but yeah.
We might have to move some dates around depending on when that comes out. When we still haven't heard anything on when that's going to be released, or even these new updates on the next gen cars. But so we're still waiting on that.
Real quick, Tyler Icy in here with a quick correction. Dilps did say 32 weeks. It was 36 weeks. It was a full 36.
36 points races plus exhibition and
Yeah.
qualifying races. So yeah, it was about 30. I think 39. So yeah, I didn't want to. I
It's
don't
a
want to.
lot of weeks.
In his
It's
flow,
a lot of weeks.
It's a lot to add, and I will say, I do want to say,
that's not only one. Plus, you got
right,
exactly.
absolutely.
To tie them all in together, it's a task.
Well,
Right, you figure,
I guess
so
it'd be a good
before we
time. It'd be a good
transition,
time for
you
me to release something or say something now
Oh.
too. Just so everybody
Hot
knows.
takes.
Well,
Hot
it's
takes.
not, it's probably not gonna like it. I don't know. There will not be a Cup Series testing tune next year.
Oh.
So
That's spicy, but I don't think anybody's gonna have a problem with that. To be honest,
I know. I just me and Mark were talking about it earlier. I don't know, today or yesterday or whatever, just about some of the other changes too as well. Come to like the limited practice time.
I was just gonna get to that.
Yep. We're really pushing. I mean, in the splitting of some teams that were together and might be separate from each other now. Racers, team owners council. We're really trying to push that this year as well. Bringing that in, we're hoping that's going to kind of bring the level out the playing field a little bit, bring everybody on the same page. Be kind of split up. Not that it wasn't good racing, last year, but and it naturally happens anyways. As far as everybody getting together and finding their own little groups and who they run with and who they work with best. Obviously we split up a lot of admins that were last year are now on new teams, not together.
Right.
So, but yeah, I think the racing this year is going to be very exciting. I'm excited to get into Daytona. Something that you guys obviously know. Maybe some people that may watch this, or viewers that might be watching it. We don't race the same track twice, so I haven't been at Daytona really, since
the beginning of last season. Yeah.
Right.
Hey, that started what, July 20 something, 2021.
I know.
And that season ended, for y'all listening, last Wednesday, April 20th.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
whatever it was.
grind
Right.
for everybody here, especially the Cup Series. It's a grind for everybody, and that's one reason why we're doing this right here. You take a lot of weeks out of your time, and you really form a bond with every single one of these people, whether you like racing against them or not, really in particular. But you have to race against each other every week, and you form a bond, you form friendships, you form all that, and it really makes it into a strong league.
I do want to say we do have some of the newer guys just got in towards the end of the year last year. We got to thank them and appreciate their time too, because we had some people that really hung in there, put the dedication and time in to be there, even though they might not have been racing for a championship or really, we've had some people that joined so late, that they probably didn't really care about points, but they were still there putting in
They're out there
time.
doing a race.
Their support, right, and supporting the league.
Yep.
And we've been very fortunate with the people that we've had come in, and we've had been fortunate with the people that they brought with them. We've had, and I do want to touch on this as well. It's gonna be one of the last things I gotta go to bed. Xfinity next year. Anybody that's trying to know, Josh, you said you are. I'm really excited for that. We had a couple group of racers that were in a different league that ran together for years. They come over. We've been running some recruitment races there, and it's been a really good time putting on really good racing. And I think that them going forward in the future in Cup, we can bring them up and just keep bringing in people like that and keep putting on that kind of expectations and aura in the league. We're going to continue to grow, and we're kicking around some ideas of some other stuff too. Again, you only got so much time,
Yeah, Daytona, bud. Xfinity.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm excited for that.
See you
What do you
there.
mean? Are you racing?
I'm thinking about it.
Oh,
Unload a turn 2 Terribles car right on there, push Josh Aaron to a win. Who knows?
yeah, we'll see
It's
what
in the
happens.
cards. It's in the cards. It's kind of up to George to see if that posse league ends just enough for me to roll in a car. We'll see.
Well, like I said, Xfinity, it's gonna be fun all across the board. I'm looking at
The Grand
forward
National.
to all of
It's
it.
the Speed Demon Grand National Series, by the way.
Yes, is what it is.
Right.
Yes.
And we would love to run it, Jimmy and I, but we got some sprint car obligations.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that right
I
now.
know, that was- you
We're
had
talking about the Speed Demon Grand National Series.
But yeah, either way,
Go run the league, bro.
Yeah, and talking about just next year in general and the stuff that we have going on. I mean, and that's the same way. I don't want to forget about the Truck Series either because we still got that going on too, and we've been struggling for recruits for that. We think for a few different reasons. But they are actually they're coming in, so it's looking like we're going to be running that again this year until the interest falls off, and we'll do something no matter what. And then
Yeah.
of course got to talk about you got some special events too, I believe, coming up again this year.
Yes, we do. We have the Bristol Bash starting tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll bring Tyler in real quick. He's really the guy helping run that. Tomorrow night we have the Bristol Bash, which is Bristol Dirt, super late models, and the 410 sprint cars tomorrow night. So that's an example of the type of special events that NSRL does.
Oh yes, sir. Well, hey, I appreciate you guys and what with the podcast and all this stuff too. I'm looking forward to your guys' future with that and the excitement you'll bring to the league, kind of like this while you guys do it. So I appreciate you having me on here again. I do apologize. I gotta run. You guys,
That's all good,
know
man.
a bit. Yeah, it's and if I could change one thing with the league, again, it's kind of funny for me to say something like this because anybody that's listened doesn't know anything about this league. We shouldn't say you can't use the word struggle, but we got a good admin staff and we built a solid staff that where stuff changes a lot in this league, but it's talked about and thought about and had got tons of different points and aspects brought up. With that being said, one thing, if I could just change something that I didn't have to ask anybody else's opinion, I could change one thing. You know what it'd be? We'd start racing earlier than fucking 8:35.
I did not think we would go with there, but
I'm saying I've been, ever since me and Mark's been together, that's one thing I've always said to him, and it's just I can't get it through to him. So I mean, there's been other things too, but that'd be the thing I'd change.
We used to start at 8. What was it? We went green at 8:05, 8:10, but Marty's.
I think 8 o'clock's good.
Hey,
Marty's schedule through. I mean, in order to have him do it, we got pushed out to 8:45.
I forgot about that. I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's give a shout out to our broadcasters real quick.
That's true too. I mean, yeah, Marty for all his work that he puts in. Yeah,
Crowder's been
Crowder. He's been. Yeah, I think he's been pouting over there. I think Crowder's been pouting over there because he hasn't been brought up here to talk to you.
We'll bring them in real quick before we go.
Yeah. Well, I'm getting out of here. Good night, guys. I love you. Yeah, I know it. Yeah, I'll let you guys get started. All right, Chris. I'll catch you guys later.
I'll just touch on a few things here for
sure.
I'm out.
Go ahead and bring Ashton in.
Practice and qualifying.
Mark
here.
talk first.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. Sorry. Go ahead, Mark. Sorry.
So, new practice and qualifying.
Tell us some new bullshit rules that half the league's gonna be mad about, and then 2 weeks forget about.
Right. So, final practice will be shortened to 30 and 50-minute session.
That's bullshit.
What
the hell are we supposed to do?
That's fucking bullshit.
Where are we supposed to practice at?
Time to adjust to that.
So the practice times, the start times for the server will be on the schedule too. So people will actually have to look at the schedule.
It wasn't on the schedule last week.
Wait. So we should have to go to the website?
Yes.
What is the website?
NationalSimRacing.com. NationalSimRacing.com.
And while you're there, go to turn2terribles.com.
Turn2terribles.com. Turn2terribles.com.
Presented by Jeremy Zorfa Photography.
For qualifying.
What other changes are coming next year?
For qualifying, anything a mile or under, you're gonna get 2 laps.
Oh,
Anything bigger than a mile, you're only gonna get 1 lap.
I like that.
There will be a 20-minute open time session at Watkins Glen.
Okay. So
that's all we're
everybody will
gonna
be on the track at the same time?
do. Yep.
You said Watkins Glen.
That's our only road course.
Yep. We have some new drivers joining us this season. We have some new teams. We have drivers changing numbers. We have drivers switching teams. There's a lot of great things to look forward to this next season, and we hope to build on what we did last season and continue to grow the league, like Dilt said. And make sure you register on the website if you haven't already, and fill out those PDF forms.
Absolutely. NationalSimRacing.com. I would like to bring in, real quick, and keep you here, Mark, Ashton Crowder, because this is a guy who has done it all, as well as Chris, with this league.
Mhm.
He has been, no offense, Chris, but he's done it on a fucking exponential level.
You're not gonna defend me. He's got talent, bro. The only thing that he's done that I haven't done is, I guess, technically win a cup race.
And he's won almost every single one that he's entered.
I mean, he
No, he
won
has-
all of
every-
them.
Yeah, he went all.
7 for
He's
7,
won
bro.
every single one. Mr.
Ashton Crowder.
over here. He has raced with us in the Cup Series. He has helped broadcast us. He has also race controlled us. He has seen every single angle of the NSRL. And we want to get his opinion here about this past season and on.
To turn his heat on in his room.
It looks like you need to turn your heat on a little. One.
No, it's the drip. It's the drip. I put it on just for y'all, actually.
So, Ashton, can you give us just your opinion on this past season on what you saw? Like I said, you have been in every little aspect of this league, and from dominating us and lapping us to broadcasting us to race controlling us. Just tell us how you feel this league, the direction this league is.
I think it is going in a very solid direction. The racing part was always really fun. I never had any moments where I didn't enjoy it. So I'd say that says a lot.
What about when Mark wrecked you at Sonoma?
There was no wrecking. There was contact, but
it did is make him go a little faster.
He just made him go 25 yards into a field.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I remember now. I was quite pissed off. I was like,
try harder next time, man.
Yeah, I was like, what is he doing, dude? He didn't even he didn't give me space, and that's like a tight corner. I was annoyed.
I went off track. I had no idea he was there.
Turn left, plows down.
When you're running so bad there, and you haven't seen a car in 20 minutes. I mean, you don't expect the leader to be coming up.
So
on your ass
you
like
kind of
that
thought
quick.
Ashton Crowder was a mirage. That makes a lot of sense because I didn't even remember I was race control that night. That sucked. Continue on, Ashton.
Thank you. Yeah, that was an interesting moment. I honestly, I was kind of falling asleep that whole race. So, that's an ego trip for you. That's my
I was falling asleep for different reasons, but
yeah, the track's so big you're never around people. It's crazy, but yeah, though. So racing wise, it was great. Commentary wise, I think Marty enjoyed not being by himself. You could definitely tell that.
Fantastic job, by the way.
Thank you.
A different view, a different commentary to it. Marty does so good by himself, but having that other person to be a driver that has raced in the league to feed off him, you guys made the perfect.
I appreciate that. Yeah, Marty really does do a great job. I don't envy him at all having to do it by himself when nobody's up there. But yeah, he does do a very, very solid job. But like you kind of mentioned, he doesn't have the racer side of it. So having me there could offer some pretty good input. If I'm ever in the booth with him again, I wish you would ask me some more, just some more questions so I can give some more input because I always felt like a know-it-all. but it can't always be perfect, and that's stuff you mess with over time.
Well,
Race can.
somebody that's raced at your level on iRacing, you kind of are a know-it-all. You know?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. It's how you present it, though. I'm not very good at that. Legit, you guys are the first group of people out of everyone that hasn't thought I was just a colossal jerk. So, I don't know what that says about you guys. Maybe it's because you're actually a
No,
dog.
no, no.
Because we know Emil, and he's an
Yeah.
asshole. So you're an upgrade.
Very true.
Have you heard him catch these all words tonight?
I wish I could say I listened to most of it, but I was watching basketball games.
Don't worry, it's gonna be back on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's sorry. My priorities are
Okay, it's okay.
It's all right.
away in
Whenever
left
you-
field.
Whenever you're around here, I'll play you 1-on-1. I suck at basketball, but I'll probably win.
Actually, I got beat by a little ass. Well, she's not little ass 14-year-old girl today, 1-on-1. That was pretty annoying.
7'2".
Nah, she's great. Yeah. Lord, what a horrible day for me. Well, here actually, I got a little basketball story. So I did that. She left, I left, and then I went to the Radford rec, and they were all like, "Who's this dumb little white boy?" And I come down the court, I clap for the ball, and the guy's like, "Okay, Jesus, dude." So I'm like, I'm about to cook him. So I mean, I pull up from I don't know, 30 feet, and drain one right over the 6'6" guy, and they're like, "The white boy can play."
I was
Made me feel good.
hoping that he airballed it.
Airball?
Yeah.
Honestly, let's hope we get an airball
What's
coming up there. That would been
along King
hilarious.
Polly? He's like, Rain Man.
Raindrops, bam, right off the backboard. Nah, that was really good for me. But the race control wise though, moving into that was probably the most interesting because I had help from Chris on the first one, and that went really well. And then I realized how difficult it is when you don't have help on the second one, and there's just so much being. And it wasn't even a difficult race either. It was pretty calm, but there's just so much that I was looking around for. I forgot to throw the stage caution on the right lap. Forgot to close the pit road on the first stage, and I was like, "Oh God, these guys are gonna think I'm awful now." And then I brought
at
it back
this
as the night
point,
went on.
At this moment, you realize EOLing you by accident was the least of your worries.
If for real, well, Chris, I knew what was going on then. I know how that goes.
I know. We talked about it. That's funny though. It's everyone else looking in, oh, you just EO'd the leader for what? I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. Oh my God.
It starts with A. Oh my God, let's get out of here.
It was funny because I think Brennan Poole was more mad about it than I was because I was just like, oh, whatever, I'll just come from the back. We have a good enough car to win by a lot, so it doesn't really matter to me. But Brennan was like, that's BS. I'm like, nah, it happened.
It was BS. That was my first race control race, North Wilkesboro, right? Not the time for that.
If I didn't have you at Martinsville, I probably would have started removing people from the server by accident. It would have been pretty bad for me. That's a little story. I was running in this league. I forgot what it was called, but it was when I was just starting to get really good at what I was doing, and I started winning races by 10 or 15 seconds, and it was Las Vegas, and they had it to where you would run out of fuel on the last lap of the stage. So I was clutching it, kind of just praying that I make it around, and then I have to come into pit road early, under caution, get a black flag for it. And I go, "Hey, can you clear my black, or can you remove my black flag?" And the guy removed me from the race, and he was like, "Oh, I thought you said remove me, or remove you from the race." And I was like,
"Why would I say that?"
Who would request that when they're leading? And it was a big lead too. It was
no,
5 seconds.
I can tell you, I've done that on my first race control when I first did it. So if you use sim racing apps, there's a remove button. I thought it was remove flags. So somebody needed black flags cleared. So I clicked the remove button in that driver, and I got booted from the race.
Ooh. Damn.
I think it was a recruitment race, though.
It was a recruitment race. It wasn't a points race or anything. But back to that, though, I mean, until somebody does race control, they have no clue. You know, and I watched Chris do it for a while, and I was like, you know, in trucks I can do it, and was able to do it. But I mean, you have no clue how many things you're juggling at once until you do it, and it's just
when every monkey in the server wants to fight you on everything.
When you get it
including
wrong,
the other monkeys.
Time, Chris. I mean,
well, it's always wrong to a driver. Drivers are
What's
assholes.
wrong?
Drivers are never wrong.
I'm out there
So-
driving. You get in this fucking car and you try to drive this thing.
Well, when I do that, they wreck me anyway.
That's the argument.
Meal. So, oh, it's brutal. But it's fun. It was fun. It was fun for a lot of times. I don't regret it.
Race control, from what I've seen thus far, can be fun, and it's really fun hearing the just horrible arguments that people give you. I just have to.
That's the part that's not fun.
Is it coming from where I drive?
Oh my goodness, dude! I wish I could talk about some of the things that people were saying in those two.
Literally, at halftime, you're like, "Are you effing serious?
Yeah,
You're a lunatic. You're actually a lunatic." Like,
well, I'll get somebody mad at me for this one, but we're doing the 5-lap penalty thing for Phoenix, and I had to tell two guys to move off the pit road where they were sitting because lead lap cars were pitting. Had a quick caution. And they did that, and one of them was like, "Oh, I didn't," or, well, I told him to wrap around, and the guy said, "You said it too late," but I said it immediately, and I was like, "Okay, this is not an argument I want to get into." And I was just like, "Yep, go, just do your thing, we'll get it later," and it never got sorted out. So I was just like, "Oh." I hope we never have to enforce a lap penalty again, because
Wow.
Lord.
wow.
Next,
fun fact.
Cool.
moving forward with that, we're going to make them start from their box rather than line up on pit road. So if we do get an early caution, it shouldn't be an issue.
Good call then. Yeah, that was tough. That kind of set the whole night off poorly, but like I said, it came around in the end, so it was fine.
Mark, do you have any other changes for next season to announce?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head.
All right, well, can't wait. Coliseum.
Yeah, we
next
really
week,
can't wait for it.
Wednesday.
Go ahead, Chris. I'm sorry.
That's what I was gonna say. Coliseum next Wednesday.
We'll see you next Wednesday.
We'll catch you there.
Can't wait to see it. Thank you guys for coming out. What a great season. What a great night. This has been so much fun.
Appreciate everybody hanging out with us. I mean,
yeah, we
everybody
really
being
do.
in here for 3 hours. Appreciate it. Appreciate
Yes,
everybody that
thank you
voted.
guys. We really all can't wait for next season. This has been a great season already. What already has been said, we got emotional. We had some fun, whatever. But I don't think we got that emotional. Thank you guys so much for coming out. This has been the NSRL Rewards Banquet. Thank you, Justin Dotes. Thank you, Mark Sakosti. Thank you, everybody in NSRL. Congratulations, Landon Lacey. Congratulations, Josh Susi. Congratulations to everybody who ran this year. We are the Turn 2 Terribles. Please check us out on YouTube, Spotify, all that.